3-4-6 ace.
Welcome to Texas Card House as we get ready for tonight's stream. The players agreeing to do a $100 flip. All the players put in $100 blind, with the exception of Seat 7. And you can see everybody is down 100 with the exception of Seat 7 newbie. The real Levis winning the open hand. So just a fun little hand to start the game as we are getting ready for a 1-3 no limit hold'em stream tonight, as we normally do here in the Rio Grande Valley. You can see the real Levis is already up $700 after that $100 flip. Newbie is even, everybody else down 100. Seat 1, we got the real Levi. Seat 2, we have CC Drew. He was in for 300, but now you can see he's down to 200. Seat 3, we have Motti, who's actually going to be leaving us for about 10 minutes. Then we have Seat 5, Vagabond. Seat 6, Goose. Seat 7, Newbie. Seat 8, Chubbs. Seat 9, we have a brand new player. So seat 9, we have the wheel deal. So seat 9's first time playing on the stream. Oh, CC Drew with the aces, the first hold'em hand. This is actually a real strong move as he's betting half of his stack here. In a weird way, an all-in would have looked stronger. Would have looked weaker, excuse me. So Chubb's looking him up with the suited connectors. The real Levis, who won the first hand, says why not and calls the extra money. And Chubb's hitting top pair as CC Drew will be going all in now. And real bad flop for Chubbs because he can no longer hit a 7. He can only hit an 8.
Let's go.
All right, you don't want to see a club.
The good news is 8s are live.
No 4.
Ace 4.
Oh, Chubbs hits his 2 outer on the river.
You don't want to see a club? You had all red? What is wrong with it?
Should be the same.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, yeah, it's been like that all for
So CC Drew, who played on our stream last week, he was in for $3,000 last week, and now he is in for his second buy-in. First buy-in was $300. Don't know what his second buy-in is going to be.
Hey, but you take drinks, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, look at you.
300%.
Turn out good.
So you can see the real Levi's still out in front. Chubb's in the green. Everybody else in the red.
Yeah. Let's get a.
As the NBA draft is going on right now, to nobody's surprise, Cooper Flag going number 1 to the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, Goose. Goose is a big Mavericks fan. You can see he actually has a Mavericks pullover there.
Kind of like a ritual that you actually do, like prayer.
Nah, man. I think it's just be a good person. It just works out.
But I'm that person.
He's got to fill him.
No, but you don't understand.
So Wheel Deal
It's gonna happen right away.
must like to play Baccarat because he has the natural 9 and he's going to raise it up to 15.
You see, enough. This is the thing. You can't be
Rio Levis making the call.
a good person to expect.
The Rio Levis winning over 2,000 last Wednesday night, as we normally stream every Wednesday night. Something for everybody as top pair and an open-ended for the Wheel Deal. And Levi's hitting a straight draw with 2 overcards. He will call the continuation bet.
He said he's putting the ghetto in golf.
I see the graffiti in the golf already.
And Wheel Deal continues with a second barrel, and that's going to get the job done. Let's see if he shows it. He does show it. Kind of like that move. It's his first time playing on the stream. I don't think a lot of these players are familiar. So he does show a weak hold'em.
Oh, baby. Oh,
Here
baby.
it is. They get pissed.
What if they don't pick him? You got choker flag?
Choker down.
Oh!
Hey!
So this is on a 15 minutes delay. And the pick being official on the TV that the players are watching. Dylan Harper going number 2 to the Spurs. Now the Spurs have 3 point guards. Wheel Deal going to be calling this raise with the suited aces. Vagabond made it 35 in early position. CC Drew coming along with his ace. A little surprised at Vagabond checking this flop, but it looks like it's going to work out as Wheel Deal is going to put out a bet with his gut shot. CC Drew. There we go. There's a check raise. Didn't understand the check initially, but Vagabond was set in the trap with the check raise. And it looks like Wheel Deal's thinking about calling here with just the gut shot. Already reaching for the chips. The dealer, first dealer tonight, going to be the Cajun Asian. So he is letting the Wheel Deal know what the exact count is. And Wheel Deal saying, I have a bad hand. And Vagabond says, well then call then. And I think that's going to price in CC Drew here. Oh no, CC Drew gets out of the way. And you can see the percentages there. Vagabond over 90% to win the pot as the cards lie. And the king will no longer be good. So Vagabond's hand kept getting better as Wheel Deal was actually drawing it dead on the turn. He could only hit a king for the straight, but the king would have made Vagabond a full house. And Vagabond actually winds up with the straight himself. Vagabond flopping top pair, turned in 3 of a kind, and rivering the straight to take him up to a $182 profit as we get ready for hand number 5. I did mention that Motti was going to be sitting out for about the first 10 or 15 minutes as he is having a late/early dinner. I guess it depends on what time you had lunch. Folded around to the real Levis in seat 1, who does indeed make the call. And you got Motti with the ace, raising it up to 15. Vagabond going to be making the call. And real Levis with the Jack 6 makes the call. Motti hitting second pair. And it does go check around. And now Vagabond hitting a jack on the turn. The jack has not registered on the system. We can see the jack on the turn, and the production crew getting the flop corrected. And there is the jack. So Vagabond gonna wind up with the best hand on the river once again. 9 kicker does play for the $96 pot. And the shots have arrived. So we're not even 10 minutes into tonight's stream. The players are already ordering shots. So should be a fun night as it normally is here at the Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley. We do have some action in the chat. Looks like we got Logan Holt and RG3.
Hey, so
No straddle this hand. Let's fold around to the Rio Levis. Motti still getting dealt in and blinded out. Players are aware that this is essentially like a tournament.
he has no control of his draft, who they draft, players, anything.
So Rio Levis raising it up with 8 high, and Goose defending his big blind with 5 high. As Rio Levis gonna flop middle pair, gut shot for Goose. Rio Levis with the continuation bet, quick call by Goose. Goose looking for a tray. Instead, Goose will hit a pair with the 5. Picks up more outs now. Or Goose looking for the 4, right? Yeah, Goose looking for the 4, excuse me. Nine arriving on the river. Goose just gonna check down his showdown value. But the Rio Levis will take the pot. And welcome back, Motti.
Still has the option to sign, but if they're gonna do anything with Giannis, like Devin Vassell, like fucking.
Wait, who's that guy with that fucking big ass hair in his hand? The weekend looking guy. He's the hair like the weekend.
No, that if they're gonna do
Wow,
anything.
he's still there?
Yeah,
He's not a guard?
he is, but.
So it looks like Vagabond putting on the $10 button straddle. His action will start to the left of the straddle. Does not jump the blinds. I know it depends on where you play. Sometimes it jumps the blinds. That's not the case here. His action will be on Goose. Chubbs with the ace-5 of hearts, raising it up to 30. Wheel Deal with the 6-4 of hearts, making the call. I would imagine Vagabond's probably going to call here, as it's only $20 more for him to call, and he will have position. He does just that, as we will go 3 ways to a $94 pot. And it looks like Vagabond going to be hitting the best hand with middle pair, but it is Wheel Deal leading out with his bottom pair, and that's going to get the job done. He does show the 4. So I don't know if he's the type of player who likes to show his cards or if he's just trying to establish a table image, but either way it is working out, as this is his first time playing on the stream. And we got the straddle on once again. I've always said this 1-3 game actually plays more like a 5-10 game you would find at your traditional casino, and that is exactly the case once somebody puts on a straddle. Once again, action does start to the left of the straddle, so it will start in the small blind as Newbie gets out of the way. Chubb's doing the same. But Wheel Deal likes the suited cards, and he's going to raise it up here to a quarter with his Jack-7 of clubs. Matty letting go of his suited cards, but Motti makes the call. Vagabond does the same with the Jack-9. And we have 3 players sharing a 9, 2 players sharing a Jack. But it is Wheel Deal who hits trips. Was in really bad shape, could only hit a 7 as he was outkicked if he hit the Jack, but he does hit the 7. And normally this will be a good flop for him, as somebody should have an ace here, but we can see nobody does. And now he picks up a flush draw to go along with his 3 of a kind. Check it once again. And looks like somebody's going to take the bait here as Motti is cutting out a $60 bet. Wheel deal. Will he raise? He's just going to continue trapping here. And let's see if he checks the river again. He's not going to check the river. He's hoping his opponent has an ace or a tray. We could see Motti's just posturing right now as Motti cannot call here with king high. And right as I say that, I'm thinking Motti has no information on seat 9, so now he does let it go. Does Wheel Deal show? He's been showing his hands previously. No, this time he does not show. So showing his weaker hands, not showing his stronger hands, but still building that table image as Newbie put it on the straddle. So the buy-in for this stream game is $300 minimum. There is no maximum. This is an uncapped game for the stream. We do have a couple of tables running on the main floor. The blind levels are the same, $1, $3. The structure's a little bit different as the minimum buy-in is $100 on the main floor and the maximum buy-in is $1,000. So Wheel Deal with the Jack 6. He will let it go. The Rio Livas with the 2 jacks. He's going to raise it up to 4-5. Vagabond with the suited aces, making the call. Oh, and Goose with the 9 high like a boss. 9 high offsuit. This move is not going to work. Doesn't mean he won't win the pot, but he's less than 10% to win right now as the Rio Livas goes all in. And Goose is going to need a lot of help. 2 undercards to the jacks. You can see he is less than 10% to win right now. But I did say the drinks are flowing early, and these players are here to gamble.
Are they suited or double suited?
Oh, there's a 9.
There it is.
Only has 2 outs, though, as you can see. Oh, picks up a straight draw. Look at all, and a flush draw. What a turn for Goose. And he's going to get there with 2 pair. Vagabond announced that he would have had a straight and a flush as he did fold ace-7 of diamonds.
Yeah. 7.
And looks like we're going to chop it up. So we are live on the YouTube chat. As we do have comments on the YouTube chat. However, we are working with a new software, so normally I'm able to flash it up on the screen, but there was an update, and I don't see that option anymore. And once again, another straddle. This time Chubbs putting on the $10 straddle. He's a member of the Anti-Social Club. CC Drew not at his seat. He will get blinded out next hand.
He finally got the combo.
So action will be on Wheel Deal.
Your fucking sombrero ain't worth shit.
I heard he wasn't coming, that's why I didn't bring him. I wasn't gonna bring him.
Does get it out. Does let go of the 6. Excuse me, that's CC Drew with the 6-3.
BJ Edgecombe.
Rio Livas had jacks the last town, downgrades to 10s this hand, but he does raise it up. Raised it 45 with the jacks, raising it 40 with the 10s. I don't know if The reason why he's choosing a smaller raising is because his hand is not as strong. But either way, he picks up 2 callers. Ace on the flop. He does slow down, and I can see one of these players representing the ace.
We have one player starting plus 800 before the first hand is even dealt. Adrian Levi somehow happened to just steal $100 from 8 different.
Yeah, so Livas does put in a bet, and as I said, I can see one of these players try to take it away from him. And it looks like Motti, who does have a pair and a flush draw, is coming along.
Very questionable by Goose here.
I know you heard that, Isaac.
Very questionable thing.
Ace on the river. Looks like it's going to go check, check.
Where you're thinking about, he's like, I think Goose can talk.
Both players with showdown value. No reason to bluff early on here.
When Isaac said that,
When the moment you think you say it,
yeah, just to prove him wrong.
So I don't know if the table had talked about doing a button straddle, but it seems like everybody is putting on the 10 on the button. So pay no attention to the thumbnail.
but is DJ his real name?
It's probably like,
Something super long.
definitely wasn't thinking Ben.
So CC Drew not in his seat. He will get blinded out. And the reason why we do that, it's how the software's set up. In order to deal them out, we have to change the software between hands. So whenever you're changing things between hands, some errors might occur. So it just makes it a lot easier for the players and the viewers if we just deal them in. So Motti, who is normally where you are, he normally watches the stream in San Antonio. But we'll deal with the suited ace, and he's going to be making the call.
Bro, I wish like on the screen that we had like a button that we can press, like if somebody makes it that far or something like that.
And a pair for both players. None of them with top pair, though. Matty's going to put on the continuation bet regardless. We'll deal with bottom pair, some backdoor draws. Pretty sure he's going to call the 45 here. And reaches for the 45. And does indeed make the call. Kind of awkward here. Matty has about $100 left. And I think it's going to go all in here, and he's going to get a call. There's the all in. There's the call. And here's the river. So Matty out in front, but he does have 7 live outs to avoid. 7 live outs to avoid. So Matty with the double up against the wheel deal. So Matty from the Rio Grande Valley lives in San Antonio now. Wheel deal from San Antonio and lives in the valley now.
I'm sure we all got it from like an older cousin, like, hey, just do this and work your best.
No, the part where you're
What's up, Fletcher? Like I said, normally I'm able to flash up the comments on the stream, but we did have a software update, and I do not see that feature anymore.
But
We actually started streaming about a minute or so late,
like you weren't gonna skip
as there was no feature to go live. All right, looks like we got CC Drew back in his seat. And we do have a button straddle once again.
I never did that. No shit.
Yep. What the fuck, George? Yeah, we were ghetto, man.
I was like, I was bored as fuck.
Oh, yeah, we were ghetto.
So Matty with the Ducks just won the last 10, and he will make the $15 call, as Motti is having some bad thoughts with the student queen. And it looks like he's going to raise it up here. And there goes Goose again. So Goose's timing last time he did this was not good, but looks like his timing is good this time. Oh, is Motti going to gamble with him here? Motti makes the call with queen high. So these guys are definitely gambling tonight here in the Rio Grande Valley. Motti making the call with the suited queen, and Goose with the ace-10. Ace on the flop, queen on the flop as well. Motti still looking for a queen or a 4. And Goose will hit the straight instead. So Goose with his 501 jeans, the button fly.
Golden Goose. Rocks, change my name. Change my name. I love that shit. Hey, Marty, you need straight? Golden Goose with the fucking money sign of it.
Yeah.
In real time. In real time.
So 5 players in the green, 4 players in the red. And obviously this will be changing throughout the night. But at the end of the stream, you want to be to the far left. You don't want to be to the far right.
You gave shit. Adrian, you went ahead
And looks like CC Drew keeping the straddle on.
Alex is better.
Bro, I promise you I didn't even know.
Matty folding the suited connectors. Oh, Goose with the name change. The Golden Goose.
What a fish.
Bro,
You be calling with
I know for a fact that as soon as Levi
the dirty diaper.
he's gonna be watching it.
Criticizing.
Timestamps and shit. Yeah. I don't think you should play the hand.
We're gonna hear it in chat.
Real Levi's putting a move on here with the 5 high.
Oh, we're definitely hearing it.
100%.
And he is somehow ahead here as Yubi's cutting out chips to make the call. Between the two of them, they have a straight. But right now, they have 5 high between the two of them. And each of them going to hit a pair. Yubi checks in flow. Livas did hit a pair, but he does decide to slow down. Yubi checking once again. And now Livas going to slide out. A $100 bet. Quick fold for Yubi. And the rich get richer. Got Rebel Poker in the chat.
There could be a different take here.
Oh, life's first.
JJ read it. He did okay.
Bro, that guy has the second chance.
So Matty with no straddle on the button, but Goose does straddle under the gun. Looks like $8.
You're not teaching somebody how to fucking shoot, bro. Like, hey, shoot like this guy. Perfect form.
He did it. You're right. He was playing pro at 14, Mark.
Perfect form.
Yeah. I remember when he had the record for most consecutive free throws made in a season, and they broke. I remember watching this like no yesterday against Virginia. He fucking rimmed out, bro. He had like 200 and something.
So Chubb's raising it with the 6s. And he's picking up a lot of calls here. As a matter of fact, CC Drew is thinking about putting on a squeeze play here with his suited cards, and he does just that. Folks, do not try this at home. This is not GTO. This is not proper poker. This is street poker. Oh, and Chubb's going all in, and CC Drew is somehow in decent shape here. He's flipping. He's got 2 overcards to the pocket pair. I mean, this is essentially ace king versus queens, unless
Killed his hand.
the wheel deal comes along, and he's thinking about coming along as well with his jack 9 suited.
The boss can be certified as district manager at 8 doubles. Fucking sauce right now.
my God.
Dre,
I can price in
sauce.
Oh my God.
Get on my level, eh?
The wheel deal get out of the way, and Rio Livas looks like he's going to make the fold. He reluctantly makes the fold. And is CC Drew ahead here? No, it's exactly 50-50. Exactly 50-50 here. Oh, open-ended. Hard on the turn? Hard on the turn for fun? Oh, that's some fun as well. A queen now wins it for him too. And he misses everything. So the 6 is going to hold up. And CC Drew, who was in 3,000 last week in this 1-3 game, is going to be working on his 3rd buy-in.
Barrels, table 9. Hey, John, what time
And let's see if he's going to increase his buy-in amount this time. Bought him for 3 first time, lost. Bought him for 3 again. Let's see how much he's going to ask for now.
Something.
Half the deck.
Half the deck in his favor.
But he has spit on them and chip on the way back. How much is it? 300.
And he's going to try 300 again. So 3rd buy-in for CC Drew. And Motti with the button straddle.
That's some juju right there, boy.
So action on Vagabond. Vagabond making the call with the suited queen. We saw Motti go a little crazy with this hand earlier. And Goose raising it with his suited queen. Wheel deal making the call with the best hand. And I don't know what Motti has, but I would imagine he's probably going to be making at least the call. It's going to be another $20 for him to make the call. And he does put in the $20, and now Vagabond
Spit on that thing.
is going to make the call as well. So 2 players sharing a queen, 2 players sharing a jack. The flop come in 7 high. And Goose, who was your pre-flop raiser, Golden Goose, excuse me, is going to put on the continuation bet. Does have a lot of backdoor outs working for him. Backdoor straight draws, backdoor flush draws. You cannot make a straight without a 5 or a 10. And he has a 5 in his hand.
Yeah, you listening? Partner, I named this dog Buford. What's your dog's real name? I don't even know. Chanel? Yeah, Buford is. It's a girl?
Yeah, she's a girl.
We're going with Buford, partner.
You're like, oh, you need to feed her.
Yeah, so we do have the Cajun Asian dealing. Cajun Asian, jack of all trades here at the Texas Card House.
And then like the guys, like you just hear the guy
He has actually done some commentating before when I am out of town.
Buford, you listen to dog wakes up
Oh.
and then comes to go to the game.
Where do you think I got it from?
Bro, me too. I got it from you. Every time you post her, like.
So Vagabond with no straddle, but Chubbs does take it under the gun. So it will be $6 for Wheel Deal to make the call with the Chad Johnson.
And he wakes up and
And it looks like he's cutting out raisin chips. The min race. The Ocho Cinco. And CC Drew put it on the 3-bet with the jack high.
Yeah, 6 months. I was a junior. I was a junior in high school.
Goose with some suited cards. He's going to be making the call. And Chubbs will get out of the way. Wheel Deal was your initial raiser with the bin race. Does make the call.
hasn't started the diet or anything with her?
At least eats the same food.
And let's see if CC Drew puts out a continuation bet. That's exactly what's happened here. CC Drew with the continuation bet. But Goose not ready to let go of his king high, and he does have the best hand. As this pot is now over $250. Don't know if Goose is going to be able to call another bet. But we might find out here. No, it does go check, check. And king high going to be the best hand. Goose thought about bluffing, but thinks better of it. CC Drew quickly slides out $100. Might be 120. And it is going to work. CC Drew going to show it. So Goose calling the flop with king high. Thought that CC Drew was up to no good. And the Golden Goose saying hi to his wife. Has a special engraved wedding band or wedding ring.
Sir,
Yeah, I'm ready. Going yellow? Oh, yeah. Y'all can pick up. I'll take a card again. You can switch it if you want. If not, I'd stay with me.
I've got to stay with her.
Huh?
I'll stay with her.
Suited 6-3 for Vagabond, and he's going to make the $7 call as Newbie does the same out of the small blind. And Chubbs checks his option as we go 4 ways to a flop. CC Drew with the best hand pre-flop. Still has the best hand with the ace high.
Yeah, we're ready.
And looks like it's going to go check around.
The exact same order. So 2 pretees and a jack of poker, and then I don't know.
And another round of drinks as Vagabond picks up a flush draw and Newbie picks up top pair. Newbie going to wind up with the best hand here, and he's going to put out 20 bucks. 25. And he will get no resistance.
Hey, what happened with you? You said after you ate.
So the Rio Libas won the first hand, although it was no skill involved. The players all agreed to put in $100 blind, and they got dealt in an Omaha hand. There was no bet in it. It did go check down. The only player who did not want to take part in the reindeer games was Newbie. So it was an $800 pot that the Rio Livas won. $700 profit. So that was the first hand. He's pretty much been in the lead ever since. He's been in the lead since last Wednesday
Bro, and I think the camera was right there too, cut.
when he cashed out.
Yes.
When he cashed out over a $2,000 profit.
Yeah.
what do you do, Matty?
He's like, who about is that guy? I turned around.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn.
And he got my ass.
Two pair for the wheel deal. The last time he flopped trips, he got tricky. And looks like he's going to get tricky once again. Second pair for Motti. He does bet, and he is down to 1 out as there's only 1-8 left in the deck. Wheel deal, still in trapping mode.
Somebody right up?
Motti gonna put some pressure on here with the second pair. And Wheel Deal announcing raise. You did see that he kind of made eye contact with the dealer to let him know his intentions. And that's another little quirk about the stream, as the dealer does have a headset on. They are constantly communicating with the production crew. So sometimes they're not able to hear the players, and the players are instructed to make sure you get the dealer's attention whenever you are announcing a raise. And even though it's his first time playing on the stream, Wheel Deal knowing the procedure, Motti making the fold, and Wheel Deal will show the two pair. So Wheel Deal has definitely been the most active thus far. So Rio Livas winning the first hand, which was the unofficial hand. Chubbs winning the first official hand when he was able to crack aces with the suited connectors.
Hell yeah. That's one of my favorite games. The one that goes around with all the lights.
Yes, bro.
Bro, I used to hit the jackpot.
We had like I don't know if it was a Christmas party or whatever. We were betting on it at Peter Piper.
Yes. Yes.
$10 button straddle from Chubbs.
Yeah.
Tickets for free.
Action on Wheel Deal. From San Antonio, grew up in San Antonio, lives in the Rio Grande Valley now.
No, you can see.
I can use that into whatever I go here.
Has the 9 high, making the call. Motti with the suited king. And Goose with the ace king. How big is the raise? Only 45. I think it's a little on the small side, especially with this lineup.
Every time. So what I do is like, hey, I'm just gonna.
You can see he's picking up a call from Wheel Deal. And Motti's pretty much priced in here with his suited king.
Try my best to win every single time, and we find a random kid like that walking around. We deal all the time.
So 3 ways we go. And you can see that the Golden Goose getting outflopped by both players. And both players do check to the aggressor. Goose does check behind. I do like the check. And Motti, who was in bad shape pre-flop, his King 4 was dominated by the Ace King. But he's going to get there with trips. $148 in the pot. Looks like Wheel Deal gonna put out a bet. Nobody has shown interest, but Motti is about to show a lot of interest with the raise here. $50, probably take it up to around 200. Takes it up to 190. So Goose not going to be able to call, just get into TV time. Excuse me, Golden Goose. He did change his name midstream. And let's see if Wheel Deal is going to make the call, as this does seem a little suspicious. As it did go check on the flop, check on the turn. And now, Motti showing some aggression. And Wheel Deal's curious.
That's exactly how it sounds. That's crazy. Exactly how it sounds.
Kind of looks like pocket fives, to be honest with you. The Wheel Deal is going to find out it is trip 4s.
Like back in the day, like early 90s. Like I don't know if it was down here, but in corporate, like it was like all rustic castle playground inside with a big ball pit and like a wooden bridge and like legit.
The ball pit in far had a fucking basketball hoop yay big enough to where the balls can go in there. Dude, we would have some.
Yeah, so Jose Lerma in the chat does have some experience playing with Motti, and he has seen Motti do the same move before.
We went to Gorilla George's for whatever, like a school trip, whatever it was. Bro, I'll never forget it. I had like $1 left and coins left. And they're like, hey, everybody get on the
So it looks like Maddie's put it on the under the gun straddle. UTG for short. Oh, and that's going to create a double straddle, a triple straddle, and
What are you talking about?
a quadruple straddle. Here we go. It's going to go 6, 12, 24, 48.
Put the quarter. My last quarter, quit it.
So $48 to limp.
Fucking bus had to wait for me, mate. So many tickets are coming out. They hadn't had a hit like in 3 years or some shit. Oh, dude, there's a fucking pile of tickets, and I'm just like,
Waiting at the ticket. That's me. The anxiety's all sweating because
yeah, bro. Fucking bus. I'm just like,
Voted around to the small blind of the real
they
Levis.
didn't let me get something. Well, no, because they're like, oh, by the time you pick something, get the fucking bus. I'm gonna live with your parents. Yeah.
So that you get like a fucking.
Oh, CC Drew making the call here. Maddie folding the suited ace. Vagabond with the raggedy jack 6, but it's $24 more for him to call. And he does make the call as he's literally halfway in. Oh, and the golden goose going all in. And this is why I didn't like the call from CC Drew.
True, but you're right. There was
Because a lot of times you're just
like looking back.
earning the $50, but he does seem to be enjoying his massage. And he does make the fold. And Vagabond really just called because he was halfway in. Called the extra 24, but he will make the fold. Oh, Golden Goose will show.
I'll say this though, you're getting the shot man right gun.
Hell yeah.
I can't get one though.
And the straddles continue here as seat 1,
Oh, you know what's crazy?
the real Levis, does straddle on the button.
Bro, like, no, but he had to have timed that so perfect.
Oh, when the camera's
Bro,
on.
he had like a 1.5 second window.
It looks like you knew that.
Yes, dude. Bro, he could have done it, and the camera wasn't bumping that cut. It was crazy.
Motti raising it up with the ace 10.
Bro, because I was trying to screen record it.
And
There was like a.
the real Levis will make the call with the best hand. CC Drew does the same.
It's so perfect.
And Motti hitting the ace. A gut shot for the two other players. Trips for Motti. Diamonds on the board. He does have the 10 of diamonds, though.
Tickets for green.
But Motti is done checking as he did check his top pair on the flop. And let's see if Levis comes along, as now he has a straight draw and a full house draw. If the real Levis calls, I think that's going to bring along CC Drew.
I would always go for the white one. Smallest little fucking thing. It was like 8 bit, but yeah. You want to ball that big.
So real Levis making the call here, looking for a deuce or a tray.
When they would hit it,
Instead, it'll be a 7. And this pot's already over $400. How much is Motti going to bet on the river? I actually like a big bet here for Motti. He bets 225.
Hey, you might be right, man.
Levis not able to make the call. But I think if Levis was going to call 225 there, I think he was going to call 425 as well.
Let's think of other reasons why he could have started that. Cowboys miss a game winning field goal. He loses fantasy by
So CC Drew really enjoying his tableside massage, as we do have tableside massages available here at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. $1 a minute.
The Pelicans GM is gonna be like, take that fucking shit off right now. Stop fucking doing.
What is cornrows?
No, the fucking ice on the
Ice.
only Zion can wear that shit. Oh, that's Dre's boy. My bad, dog. My bad, Dre. As soon as I said Zion.
Vagabond with 2 face cards making the call. Yubi doing the same with the crazy 8s. And it looks like we're going 5 ways to a flop. 5 high flops. CC Drew flopping top pair. Wheel Deal flopping a gut shot, but it is Yubi with the best hand. And it looks like Yubi's going to slide out of bed. $80 in the pot. Looks like about a half the pot. Is it 40, Shorty? It's 50. So just over half pot from Yubi. CC Drew making the call with top pair, looking for a king or a 5 as we go heads up to the river, which is probably going to slow down the action, as now any ace makes a straight. CC Drew might be able to take this away from Yubi. Yubi hoping that CC Drew checks the river, and CC Drew does indeed check. This is CC Drew's 3rd buy-in. I think if it was CC Drew's first buy-in, he would have put Yubi all in there.
70. 60.
75. Ow.
He said close on 70.
And looks like Motti put it on the $10 budget straddle. I know a lot of times in the comments people will ask, well, how do I play this game? And Motti there in C3 has been in your same position a lot of times, as he is from the Rio Grande Valley, but he lives up in San Antonio now. Oh, Vagabond getting tricky with the queens here, just calling, hoping somebody else raises.
What was it called?
Color Rama.
You're saying it so confidently. I mean, I can't even second guess it.
Let's see if CC Drew takes the bait. CC Drew's going to take the bait. Vagabond going to be putting on the back race. Probably to about 200 here. Oh, he's going all in. So the Cajun Asian who's currently dealing, he's also in the chat right now, folks. We're on a 15-minute delay.
Oh, baby!
So obviously, he just got finished dealing. But that is a special hat that Vagabond is wearing.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, baby, I love it. Let's do it, boys. Good
I
luck.
believe it's got the JAM in the shape of a spade.
Haven't played. Why? Don't be a Levi.
So Motti might make the call here if he feels like gambling. We saw him go a little crazy earlier with Queen 4 suited, and Ace 6 suited is a much better hand. And you are closing off the action here.
He said it to you?
And he does make the call.
Yeah, you're right.
So 2 players with aces.
I go.
Both of them are suited. Got diamonds and clubs. And Vagabond with the ladies. He is right now a 60% favorite.
Come on, John, one time.
Jack 4-3.
Vagabond announcing he has aces.
Jack 4-3.
He's not going to like the king, but his queens are still in front. Motti looking for a 6, or CC Drew looking for a club, and CC Drew is going to get there with his clubs.
Chip it.
Well, Vagabond was ready with the rebuy.
Yay!
Pulled out $500, well, $500 in chips real quick, a rack of green.
The nuts for 4th grade club. Just saying.
One of those guys.
Well, you want to get technical. Second nuts is good.
So this camera you're looking at here doing some double duty tonight, as 4 out of our 5 cameras are working. The camera that normally focuses in on seats 1 and 2 is not working. So this camera with the corner shot of the table, and we're able to see the pretty pink shirt for seat number 1 there.
Damn, you're trying to finesse more? You're the nice You're the nice guy who's gonna tip you? Like, man, you guys are fucking assholes. You're like, I'm not winning, but I mean, fuck.
So Vagabond set in the trap with the queens, and he was able to trap 2 players, but one of them getting out of the trap. And CC Drew with the triple up. So action on seat 1. Maddie with the 9s.
You can't shoot unless you got.
Just going to be making the call here. And Motti with the 8s. Going to be putting on the raise. So Goose did raise it up in early position to 27. Oh, it's 170. So big raise here coming from Motti. I think Maddie's just going to have to fold here. This hand would have played out a lot different if Maddie would have been the aggressor. Action is actually on CC Drew. You can see the bubbles under his name. Yeah, Maddie's just going to have to let it go. So Maddie folded the best hand as we go heads up. Golden Goose looking for an ace. Instead, he will hit a 7. So we should see some fireworks here. You can see Golden Goose with less than a pot-sized bet left. So Motti announcing all in. Goose with the snap call. And they are discussing once or twice, as I believe after this hand we're going to have a dealer change. I do see second dealer waiting in the wings. Diamond on the turn. And the 8 of diamonds. Going to be good for Motti. I don't know if Maddie had the 9 of diamonds. And do we change the Golden Goose's name now that he has to rebuy? Does he go back to Goose now? Yes, indeed, we do have a dealer change. So that was expected, as we did see the Cajun Asian in the comments. So the dealers will deal for an hour on the stream. That's also a little bit different. The normal rotation is a half an hour down, and that's true pretty much across the board in any sort of poker room, as the dealers change out every half hour, with the exception of California. California always does things different, whether you like it or not. They're out there on the left coast. The downs in California are actually 40 minutes in general. Now, I will say I do like that the dealers in California, they carry their trays. Because there is never a doubt if the bank is short, and they never have to count the bank, to count the tray either. So I actually do like that the dealers carry around their own trays. Because sometimes you'll have a dealer, and that's actually part of their routine, is they're supposed to count the tray. You're supposed to count the bank whenever they are in a down, because if anything is wrong, then the dealer's going to owe that money, and I'm sure there's some sort of write-up involved as well. But that's one of the things the dealer's supposed to do during their down, and I'm pretty sure it's within the first couple of hands as well. There's obviously a bunch of rules and regulations when it goes to that. Looks like we got the MMA and car addict in the stream. And Pocket Eight's making a return. This time, Golden Goose with the eights. And it's going to go check, check. Trey on the turn. $25 bet from Goose on the turn. And Vagabond immediately raises to 75. And Goose calling.
Check.
And Goose has the 8 of diamonds as well. So Pocket Eights with the 8 of diamonds, winning back-to-back big hands.
Finally beat him in the hand.
One of the other procedures for the dealers is they need to count the stub. So here at the Texas Card House, it's pretty easy in general for them to count the stub while they're dealing because of the bomb pots. Now on the stream, we're not doing bomb pots, but normally you'll have a 9-handed table, and I believe they're left with 3 cards in the stub. And that essentially means that there is indeed the 52 cards.
No, he goes. I go into. I say, what's that? We go to something else. And he's like, oh, I remember you. Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, we played together. He's like, you beat me heads up in the tournament. Yeah, I'll get you back in the oh, bro. Sorry. Well, welcome.
Levas limping. The real Levas, that is.
You know that I was the one that was running the stream? You saw me walking around like that.
And then they told me I was his word.
Is it Levas or Livas? Vagabond raising it up with the suited 1 gapper, also known as the Michael Strahan. And we are going 5 ways to a $156 pot, as it does come queen high. The real Levas flopping the best hand, but he does check. And now Vagabond picks up a flush draw. Real Levas still out in front right now, and he's going to bet. Looks like 60. So betting about a third of the pot. Quick call from Vagabond with his flush draw. And you can see 5 spades are left in the stub. Instead, it's going to be a full house for the real Levas. And real Levas going to put out a small bet here, hoping to get a call from a 6, hoping to get a call from an ace. But Vagabond will make the discipline fold. And the real Levi's will add to his stack. You'll be putting on the $10 button straddle.
Good start. Or once he's involved, hey, you're and then like after a while he's like, hey, we're gonna take another one. I'm like, oh, watch Rock in the beginning. Right now when I saw him walk in.
So for the streaming purposes, behind the scenes, we do have some new software, so I'm still getting used to it myself. Normally I'm able to flash up some banners. I do not see that option. Normally I'm able to flash up all the comments. Not able to do that, but definitely something that I'll try to figure out before the next stream, as we do have a $10 straddle under the gun. Chubb's making the call with the ace-10. We'll deal with the 8-4. He has $3 in, but he does have 8-4, so he won't let it go.
Alexis,
I'm ready for a beer.
how do you want some beer?
1 call, 2 call.
I think he drinks Corona.
CC Drew just calling with the 7s. Motti also calling. Vagabond will not be calling. Vagabond will be raising it to 65. Goose calling with the marriage hand. He did give a shout out to his wife earlier. And the real Levi's in here with Jack-4 of diamonds, as we're going 5 ways to a $348 pot. The real Levi's flopping a flush draw. Motti hitting a set and does check it. Vagabond, I don't think he's all, is he all in?
Take a step back and think about how hype was that game. Were you looking forward to playing it? So like shit like right now, like you're like, oh,
I thought Vagabond had some greens in his hand, but I think he changed them out for reds. So Vagabond just making a move here. And he's going to get called in probably 2 spots. The real Levi's is probably going to call him. And then Motti is probably going to raise. So the real Levi's is sliding out the call. It's $205. And now Motti should be raising here. Motti making sure he does indeed have the 5s. And Motti should be raising here. Let's see if he does. Vagabond knows he's in trouble. And Motti announces 700. Quick fold from Levi's, so we know a diamond's coming now. I want to say, no, Vagabond's not drawn dead. He can hit a straight. He needs a 10. A 10 or a queen for hope. Oh, he's got hope. Nope. So the real Levi's would have missed his flush draw. And Motti going to win a big pot. And Vagabond already reloaded. He had the chips waiting. Yeah, Vagabond back for 500. So this is his 3rd buy-in. CC Drew in for 3 buy-ins as well. You can see the chip stacks at the table started to build as one player over 2,000 in front of him, another player with over 1,000. And Chubb's put it on the $10 button straddle.
yeah, but it would get to the point where like I don't know what that one was, but like it would come out.
CC Drew raising it up, has 40% of the royal, takes it up to 45, and another round of drinks on their way.
That man gives action. He deserves it. He might not like it.
And Chubbs, who did straddle the $10, will flick out the 35 to make the call. The real Levi's, who currently has the best hand. Oh, put it on a move here. I like this play by the real Levi's. He says $200 more, so $245. So CC Drew raising it up to 45. Chubbs announcing, that man gives action, so I will give him action. And I think that little speech by Chubbs let the real Levi's know that Chubbs wasn't that strong. So real Levi's putting on a move here. So there are 5 cameras in the room, but they're actually all controlled by the computer. Once again, you see the little dots under CC Drew's name. That means the action's on him, and the camera will automatically focus on that seat. Oh, what's Chubbs gonna do here? Yeah, Chubbs is like, no, Chubbs will let it go. So CC Drew gonna have to hit a jack or a couple of diamonds, as we have an over $500 pot here. And instead, the real Levi's is gonna hit top pair. Quickly slides out 400. CC Drew's just gonna have to let it go. He only has $510 in his stack. Somebody in the comments saying that seat 3, Matty, he does play on the tighter side, but everybody has different playing styles. I've learned a long time ago that it is that player's money. However they choose to play their money is up to them. I don't pay their bills. Perhaps the most unique playing style is seat number 7 there, Newbie, as he does make some very unconventional moves.
Well, that was a crazy comeback. The comeback against them.
Yeah, it was
Bro, I had actually the other
what happened with Duke, Florida? What happened with Duke over here? They dropped it to Florida. What happened with Duke?
Yeah, they lost the way they fucking won.
Yes.
Bro, I'll never forget. I went to go get I had a lot of people on money.
So a $10 straddle gets called by 2 players, and we are going 3 ways to a $31 pot. Jack high.
I don't know what happened. I can't find the beer. Because I know that I brought it.
So it looks like Min in the chat doesn't like the way Matty plays, but likes the way that Goose plays. And Goose can definitely be loose. Wheel Deal picking up a straight draw. And it'll be kind of gross if the 6 comes. Something read wrong? No, everything's right.
They had no height, they just had fucking action. Like they were runners. They were sprinters. Like that's one thing you can't fucking.
So Wheel Deal gonna have to let it go. It's his first time playing on the stream. He did mention he has played on streams from San Antonio before. As he is from San Antonio, but lives down here in the Rio Grande Valley now. And it looks like the real Levi's taking a break.
Oh, Livo? I mean, he's next.
And looks like Motti putting on a $6 under the gun straddle.
I don't know if you know.
And that's going to cause the re-straddle, followed by the re-straddle. So Golden Goose putting on the re-re.
I'm gonna get there
And I'm pretty sure that's why he's got a fan in the chat.
yeah, like if an hour comes in, he's probably just start going on him. And he's like, yeah, just mark me down for minus 1,000. I'm like, damn.
We'll deal with a nice hand. I would actually like to see a raise here, but he does just make the call.
I know that. That's something I thought it was funny.
Oh, here's the raise, and it is CC Drew with the raise.
Yep. Hey, is Doggy ready for that hour or no? Is he on call? Oh, he's on the way?
So now we're going 4 ways to a flop. $249 in the middle. As it does come ace high, Vagabond does have the ace. And let's see if he's going to lead out. Your pre-flop raiser was the small blind, CC Drew. And CC Drew is going to continue to tell his story. It's not a very good story, but it is a story nevertheless, as Vagabond makes the quick call. And CC Drew, with less than a pot-sized bet left in his stack, has 360 in his stack, and he's hit a pair now. So he bet with nothing, hits a pair here. And now what does he do? The jack has not registered, and that's why we still see the overhead shot. If you look on your lower right-hand corner, the jack has not registered in the system. There it is. So now we will see the 125 for Drew. He's going to have to hit a jack or a 9.
Are the Marlins good? I'll take the Marlins. What are they? Plus 190?
You put it together?
Are they plus 190?
Hold on, what is that?
And we got ourselves another all-in. Both these players in for 3 buy-ins. And looks like CC Drew's going to be in for buy-in number 4.
Bro, we can take Giants minus 1.5, minus 105.
The CC standing for Corpus Christi, one of the major cities in South Texas.
Plus 180?
Who's pitcher? I need to know.
About 2 hours away from the Rio Grande Valley, or at least the city of Edinburg. That is the city we are in, Edinburg, one of the many towns and cities that make up the Rio Grande Valley here in South Texas. Texas Card House RGV, located 3 hours directly south of San Antonio. And Corpus Christi essentially between the Rio Grande Valley and San Antonio, but it is on the coast. Corpus Christi, the big city in that area, the area there known as the Coastal Bend area, has such cities as Kingsville, Aransas Pass, and Robstown. So Robstown, located just west of Corpus Christi, and Robstown is credited with being the birthplace of this game of Texas Hold'em. So back in the day, there was a lot of cattle drives and would go through Robstown, and allegedly that is where the game was invented, in Robstown, Texas.
Nobody cares.
Game.
So I was gonna say,
So much, dude.
CC Drew. Looks like he rebought for 1,000. So bought in 300 3 times, and now he is buying in for 1,000 the 4th time.
Bro, he was crushing. He was natural. I mean, they're dreams or ego. Fucking was like fucking chest looking out in his head. Fucking like a mug. I think you were fucking up people.
Straight flush draw for Wheel Deal, looking for the Jack of Diamonds. And now he has a King High flush. And CC Drew is drawn dead.
Maybe you're nervous. Me?
Yeah, man. How was your last name? How would you like your last name to be?
Howard. Howard?
So quick fold from CC Drew as we are moving on to hand 32.
Uh-oh.
During a normal stream, normally we'll see anywhere between 20 and 80 hands. It does play a little bit slower than a normal game, as there is some pause in the action whenever the cards do not get scanned properly.
I fucked up some guy at
We got 10 buttons.
we were playing, I was fucking we were playing 510 PLO. Straddle 25. And the lot. Bro.
So Maddie put it on the button straddle.
This is when you can still take this we can still take your I had an ice chest full of beer and it was me, Frank, and Raul's beer. But like my game was good and I was like, hey guys, this is cool. Like I just give some to these people, like they're cool. Yeah, cool. Man, I'm fucking bro, there was this fucking sniper that came. I want to take a he shows up for an hour and a half. He never fucking did that. I know he ever gave him shit. Like he was part of the conversation. Oh, some guy that's been on. I'm sure the story I was about to. Bro, he like.
Golden Goose
I go, bro, you want a beer?
calling the raise for Motti.
Yeah, I'll get one a bit. And I kept calling him out. Like the third time, I'm like, give me a beer. He got it. An hour passed by, and never drank it. And I do the cheers every time I would get another one. He cheers, whatever. And he would cheers with us, and he would never drink it. An hour passed, so it's already kind of hot.
Wheel Deal with the 6s, thinking about putting on a raise. It's going to have to be a big one.
You go over here.
Hey, we got a fan of Newbie in the chat.
Hey, bro, can you bring this guy a bowl? Security goes, what? Why a bowl? Yeah, bro, because this beer, it's already done hot, so it's like a soup now. Bro, the whole fucking table.
6 ways we go to a flop.
Bro, he backed his, dude. We got up there. I fucked him up. That
And
is-
CC Drew going to flop the best hand.
I felt bad
Looks
because
like
of that.
Motti, who was your pre-flop raiser, did hit a pair. We'll put out the continuation bet.
There was some Asian that got there.
Does have a lot of backdoor possibilities. Has a pair, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw.
Dude, it's funny. Every time you take that, pot. Pre-flop, wait. You're not all hitting it.
And does CC Drew just call? He does. Heads up we go. Motti looking for a jack or a 7 for an immediate out. A diamond would be interesting. Oh, actually, a jack is not an out for Motti. A jack is going to be disastrous, as he has 2 pair now. CC Drew also a 2 pair, but it goes check, check somehow. It's not going to go check, check on the river. Motti checks, and CC Drew assembling a big bet here,
No,
as there's $473 in the pot.
I'm ready.
And he bets 250. Motti with the quick call, and 2 pair, no good for Motti. And something finally going right for CC Drew, as he is in for this game for about $2,000. So Chubbs putting on the double straddle, and he convinces Yubi to put on the straddle. That was kind of funny. Chubbs wanted to double straddle, but he needed the initial straddle to begin with.
Mark this cigar back.
Hey, 192, prove it.
This cigar's back. Mark this.
Look at this guy. Oh,
Do we have a $96 straddle?
Don't do it.
yeah!
We have a $96 straddle. We have a $96 straddle, folks. You have the 1-3 blinds, $6 from UB, double straddle to 12, triple straddle to 24, quadruple straddle to 48, and quintuple straddle to $96.
Well, in 15 minutes it'll be hard. He is wet. Like he's fixing his shorts and his pants.
We got some action here, folks.
Let's go, Matt.
Oh, batting with the suited ace. It's either an all-in or a fold. Those are the two options. And he's going to fold.
We're going to go all in on spare.
And there's the Golden Goose going all in with his suited ace. Oh, Chubbs goes all in too, but his hearts are no good. I said it earlier, this is not quote-unquote poker by the book. This is some good old South Texas street poker. So Chubb's not going to be happy that his hearts are not live. Did Drew make the call? Oh, CC Drew, the action is on him. He has a student king. CC Drew is asking for a count. He is thinking about calling here, but he does finally make the fold. 60-40, 60-40 here for over $1,000. Wow! Both players flopping a flush. Chubbs is drawn dead.
Queen.
Imagine if we get it in. Imagine if we get it in, like if it's normal. George is like fixing his Isaac fixing his fucking 431.
It's over $1,000 pot going to the Golden Goose. And he's very happy.
That was fun.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Chubb saying that was fun, even though he lost the pot.
Tell him, Mark. Tell him.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
there we go. You see?
The nuts was 2-6. No, he's right. Because when fucking
So it's showing that Chubbs won that pot, but it was actually the Golden Goose. Something on the card reader picked up wrong. I'm guessing that it didn't register all the hearts, that it just registered the queen.
Warner, if it's not working, I'm getting my money back.
we need it for the content.
Huh? Do I like the Cowboys?
So Chubbs, who put on the double straddle last hand, he's the one that started everything. Vagabond's going to have to pull back his straddle, as Under the Gun does have priority. All right, so they did correct all the stats there. There we go. So there we go. Production crew on top of it tonight. So shout out to Lola Bunny. Pretty much a three-man operation, or I guess I should say three-person operation to be politically correct.
Oh,
You got
Giants and
the dealer.
No, thank you.
You have the commentator. And you have the production crew.
No, I would just go.
And our production crew is just one person for tonight. Four ways to the flop we go. And it's going to be top pair for Golden Goose. Open-ended for Motti. Golden Goose going to bet 60 here. But the dealer relaying the flop to the production crew as it did not register properly. So Matt making the call with his open-ender. And to the turn we go. The 8 still in front for Golden Goose, and he announces all in. Putting the pressure on Motti, and Matty's gonna fold.
I haven't had a blue ball stall.
Hey, what are we doing? The conversation that I called you over the weekend. It's because I can use it for the show, that's what I'm saying. I know you can. But Kenny tells me you're fucking lazy. Respectfully, you're lazy.
So 2 players down over 500.
You forgot to mention that.
CC Drew and Wheel Deal.
Anyone else want a blue ball?
But all the players having a good time.
The dealer.
And if you're having a good time too, make sure you do hit that like button. It really does help with the algorithm.
He's covering his eyes. He didn't hear it. He's covering his eyes.
As this is actually the secondary channel for all the Texas Card House locations.
That's a lot. I'll do it.
Mariners and
CC Drew with the suited connectors
Giants and
will raise it up to 40.
start with the name. You gotta give me half the credit.
There was a $6 under the gun straddle
I'm just
from Wheel Deal.
I'm just being honest.
Newbie makes the call out of the small blind.
I'm clearly not drunk. Oh, there's a fucking, look at that shit.
Kill him!
That's a giant.
That's a fucking wasp if I've ever seen one on the fucking green. On the plant. Right behind you, Drew. Get it. It's right there. At the top.
Oh, there it is, right there.
And the real Levas makes the call with his jack high.
The other one.
Alexis, get it.
Wait. That's
Save our life.
What's that?
Giants podcast.
Guys, and you guys.
Newbie checking his top pair.
For the, even though we can't hear it.
Should be check raising here, but nobody puts out a bet.
Get it, Declan.
Newbie should be betting here, but he does play very unconventional. $129 in the pot, $164 in Newbie stack. The 3 of spades has not registered, and that's why we are still seeing the overhead shot. But it was a $70 bet, $70 announced. There's the 3, there's the $70 bet, and CC Drew making the call with his flush draw.
It's a 50-50 whether he
UB winding up with the best hand, has less than 100 in his stack, and he will put the 100 all in.
I know that shit grows back.
CC Drew left with 8 high, makes the frustrated fold. So give a win to Newbie, as that might get him unstuck. I think he's in for 300, so I think he's up $63. Let's see what the math says. The math says Newbie is up $63.
Yeah, it's all been one. Same round. I don't mind buying one from Matt.
But what card does he have? Let's do the full board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we'll do the turn.
The full board.
You're in?
You have the turn.
Depends on the seat.
So they are streaming on the main channel, but they're actually streaming a smaller game on the main channel.
Yeah, no, because like
They do have a 1-2 game going on from Austin right now.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But this 1-3 game normally plays bigger, and tonight is no exception. So we do thank you for tuning in, as we do realize there are a lot of different streams out there now. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, there's too many poker streams on YouTube now.
Just a flop. The middle card's a flop.
And if it doesn't land, we'll just do this.
If it's a 3, you're fucked.
And maybe I'm a little biased here, but I don't understand the streams where you cannot see the hold cards, where they're just streaming with like a regular camera and you just see the table and the players talk. To me, that's not any fun, not being able to see
I remember.
the hold cards.
Yeah, so what I have?
You have a 3. You want no 3 in the middle. No 6.
Hey, good idea! The one that came up with it. Oh, no, it was money.
So the players excited about the flop, as they are essentially picking cards to bet on who pays for the bill. So whoever picks the lowest card, and I believe it was Motti who picked the lowest card there, so he is buying the next round of drinks.
We're not doing the shots, we're just doing a drink.
Full service bar here at the Texas Card House Grand Valley, now featuring bar bites.
Yeah, no shots, just drinks.
So like appetizers and stuff like that available at the bar now. They got hot dogs and burrito pies, or as they're called up north, the walking tacos. Walking taco. And they also have some air fried pizza available now.
Is that Gushers?
And
Try one.
it's not bad. It's not bad. I want to say it's like $3 for the air fried pizza. And obviously, your expectations shouldn't be high whenever you order from any bar. But the air fried pizza is not bad. As a matter of fact, Yuppie was having some air fried pizza before the stream started.
Supply and demand. 30 bucks. Who wants?
We invest in you, like on Wednesdays, whenever we have a stream, there's like 2 tables on it, she runs You're never going to make back to your money.
So Wio Dio, his first time playing on the stream, he was playing a lot of hands at the beginning, really just getting the feel of the table, trying to establish the table image, but he has seemed to slow down. Chubbs announces all in. Oh, Chubbs with the trucker hand. Chubbs with the trucker hand. That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
He was like,
Vagabond making the call with 9 high. And Golden Goose with the best hand, Jack high. So one player with Jack high, one player with 10 high, one player with 9 high. And we have a big all-in here. So second time that Chubbs is all-in against Golden Goose, and the second time Golden Goose has him dominated. Last time, Goose had bigger hearts, and the hearts came into play. This time, Goose has the bigger 10.
Oh, you fuckers don't shake it. I don't even know if I'm good or not. 6. Okay, 6.
oh!
6.
No space.
6. Yeah. Go.
Oh, Goose gets there with the flush. So everybody hits the flop, or everybody hits the board, as top pair for Vagabond, straight for Chubbs, but a flush beats a straight. Chubbs ready to add on.
Green Day's in the fucking building, guys.
He announces 1,200 behind. The Chubbs rebuying for $1,200. And we still have more than 2 hours to go on tonight's stream.
Yes, sir, you are. Yeah, 10 button straddle.
So if somebody in the chat would like to explain to me with these streams where you do not see the hold cards, if you can explain to me what is the appeal to it, because I like to consider myself a fairly open-minded person or whatever, and if somebody in the chat can tell me the appeal to not be able to see the hold cards, because to me at least, that's the whole reason to watch the stream, is to see the hold card. Hey, speaking about the air fried pizza, it looks like somebody just ordered the air fried pizza. It's like a little personal pan pizza.
Jack, whose fucking idea was this?
Yeah. So either Goose or Newbie ordering the air fried pizza. $30 raise, but everybody making the call. The best hand right now is pocket deuces, and this pot is almost $200 pre-flop. Oh, set of deuces. Nobody has a jack. So we'll deal with the deuces here. And you can see the cards took a little while to read. $75 bet from Wheel Deal. He's hoping somebody caught a piece of it, but it looks like nobody did. So these are special cards. They do have a little chip in them. And you can see in front of each player, there is a circle. Kind of looks like a bullseye. It's a circle within a circle within a circle. And that is what's able to read the cards. And that's how we're able to see what the players are holding. Now we are on a 15-minute delay, 15-minute delay. And of course that essentially eliminates or greatly prevents any sort of collusion or cheating going on, as we're on a 15-minute delay. And even the production crew is not able to see these cards until after the hand. Oh, CC Drew picking the wrong time to take a break, as he did have kings. CC Drew with kings. So a lot has not been going right for him tonight, and he takes a break at the wrong time, as he would have had kings. And Chubb's running back to look at his cards. Rio Livas putting a move on here on the button. Everybody just called the straddle, so he doesn't think anybody has a strong hand. And he's actually right. Nobody has a strong hand. He has the best hand here, but Motti is not going to let go of his hand just yet. So Motti gonna need to hit a 5 or gonna need to hit some clubs as we go heads up to a $224 pot. And Motti hits a 5. The Rio Livas hitting some hearts. Rio Livas was your pre-flop raiser. And looks like he's gonna put out a continuation bet of 150. Motti already cutting out his chips, making the call.
Before I came back, I swear to God, I went up to her, do you have more? And she said, no, I have candy.
Club on the turn?
You just bought that right now?
Maddie, is the stream out there?
It does go check on the turn.
Actually, I'm out.
And the real Levi's going to hit a queen.
Look at this motherfucker.
Chubb's announcing he has added on for 5 more hundred. So he is in the game. And you just saw it move. It went from a 1,200 in the stack to 1,700 in the stack.
With the Giants score?
Yeah, but they have to win by 2 or more.
-1.5.
Minus 1.5. It was 250, bro. It's too much.
Maddie, you're the small blind.
So we took a minus 1.5.
So CC Drew back in his seat. Missed out with the kings in the previous hand, but he does put on the straddle here. As Matty, action is on him. He will be folding the king 4.
That's the only way I'm seeing it.
Motti does the same. Vagabond, who's in for a couple of buy-ins, has the 6s, just makes the call. And Golden Goose raising it up with the ace-5 of diamonds. CC Drew making the call. 6 of diamonds on the flop. It is 1 diamond.
Want something to drink? Water? You don't drink water?
Golden Goose was your pre-flop raiser. And he's going to put out the good old C-bet.
Hurry up.
Gonna bet 90. 3 overcards to the 6s. And he's gonna show the ace high. Vagabond's gonna know he folded the winner. The biggest reason why the continuation bet is so effective is that it's very hard for you to make a pair. So players know it, and if they were the pre-flop aggressor, normally they'll put on a continuation bet whether or not they have a pair, especially in position.
If you're late, it's going to open up like the next 4 weeks. We have a zone one that we have a zone meeting every month.
In Corpus?
Well, a zone meeting in general every month, but there's times where you do it.
So the Jack Deuce for Golden Goose, he will get out of the way. Chubbs
He lives in a neighborhood.
raises it up to 20 with the queens. And Matty going to be making the call here, as does the Rio Livas. So Matty with the 9-8 offsuit. He is playing his position. He is on the button. Oh, Motti going to be raising here. And Chubbs should be re-raising, especially if Vagabond calls. Oh, Vagabond makes the good fold. So Chubbs should be putting on the 4-bet here. 4-bets are extremely rare. Oh no, Chubbs just calls. And that's going to bring along the Rio Livas. So Chubbs just flattened with his queens. 1 overcard to the jacks. No reason for Motti to slow down, as action is on him. He did 3-bet pre-flop. $383 in the middle. Motti cutting out some chips, probably at least 150. It's going to be 165.
Just in case, we'll go to the 3rd card.
So now this Chubbs put on the raise. Chubbs continues to play his queens. Very tricky. And that's actually going to get a fold from the Real Livas. Little surprise there.
I would not have lost there, but I would have lost.
4.
Well, no, I mean, no, your card. Oh, you would have.
713 in the pot. That's one of the area codes for Houston. Of course, we do have 2 locations in the Houston area. So 281 and 713. Those are the 2 main area codes for Houston.
You had the window. You were lost. Yeah, you were lost.
$320 bet for Motti. Oh, Chubbs folded the queens face up. Wow.
That was shown by who?
Chubbs folding the queens face up. I'm really surprised the way Chubbs played those queens. But Chubbs really relies on his reads. And that time his reads let him down.
But his one did not count.
Yes, it did.
Chubbs isn't afraid to play a bloated pot out of position post flop. As I said, he does rely on his reads, but sometimes those reads are off. And at least on that hand, they were off for Chubbs. Continuing on with the big pocket pairs, we got Goose with the jacks. Oh, and CC Drew gonna fall into the Golden Goose's trap. So I'm not able to rewind here. But it looked like Goose kind of did a double take when CC Drew raised.
You gotta raise to get the quadder here.
Yeah, so the chat reacted to Chubbs folding the queens there.
That never happens here. Corpus, yes.
We're going 5 ways to a flop. Straight flush draw for CC Drew, and he was your initial raiser. Oh, can we see the Jack of Hearts on the turn one time? Golden Goose with a big bet here announces $200, and CC Drew is not going anywhere. Jack of Hearts one time. Open-ended straight flush draw for CC Drew. And how is he going to proceed? Is he just going to call here? Yeah, he's just going to call here, trying to bring somebody else along. Hit that like button for the Jack of Hearts. Come on, Jack of Hearts. Oh, the Jack of Hearts is live. The Jack of Hearts is in the deck. Oh, it's a Jack. It is a filthy card, as that makes CC Drew his straight, but it gives Goose his flush. Jack of Hearts, come on, Jack of Hearts. CC Drew can still hit the 6 of Hearts. Does go check, check. So Jack or 6 of Hearts. One time. So CC Drew winding up with a 6-card straight, but Goose has the full house, and Goose is getting ready to put a big bet out. $776 in the pot. Both these players with over 1,000. Goose announcing 500, and I'm pretty sure CC Drew's going to call here. Nice bet here from Golden Goose. $500 into the $776 pot. And even though CC Drew just has a straight. Oh, he announces all in and gets snap called. So CC Drew, who was in for the game last week for $3,000, might be in to this game for $3,000 if he chooses to rebuy.
Or the 6 of Hearts.
CC Drew just realizing the Jack of Hearts or Six of Hearts would have made him the straight flush. So CC Drew showing the table what he had, and the table pretty speechless.
Golden Goose, baby.
Yeah, so CC Drew in for 2,000 plus whatever he chooses to rebuy here. Now, to CC Drew's credit, he was in for 3,000 last week, but he cashed out, I want to say around 29. So even though he lost, he only lost about 100 last week. Let's see if he's coming back in.
What you got, Goose?
How much do I have? I'm going like 3K.
Nah, he has like 2,500.
Oh, CC Drew asked Goose how much he had in his stack, and Goose said 3,000.
No, but there's no maximum.
So CC Drew said, I will take 3,000.
Barrels.
So this is an uncapped game. So CC Drew announcing he is buying him for 3,000. He is into this 1-3 game, folks. The blinds are 1-3.
We do 1,000 and black.
At a lot of poker rooms, a 1-3 game is going to have like a $500 cap, but not here at the Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley on the stream table. This is an uncapped game. CC Drew is rebuying for 3,000.
Bro,
And the chat is like, yeah, this game just got deep. Well, I think it was already deep for a 1-3 game, but yes, we are now rolling in the deep, folks.
When I jam.
When I jam.
What's all 35?
not good, Goose. Ah.
Look, just 2 strikes. You strike him out and that runner on second is you run it. Let's go, Logan.
So Matty hit a middle pair,
There's a strikeout.
and he's going to bet that middle pair in position.
Have faith in Logan, dog.
No, I'm confident.
Rio Livas with a flush draw does make the call.
I am. I'm the best.
You see that guy's good?
You can see the Rio Livas with 6 live outs available, and he hits it right on the turn.
He was in that boat accident in Cuba. And that fucking toppled over and he fucking died.
Wait, that happened with Roy Holiday too, wasn't it?
No, not Roy Holiday. I don't know. You might be right.
Bro, I know Roy Holiday because I would get fucked with him all the time. He was minus 285. Yeah, put 500. Risking fucking 13 something. He died. Fucking gave up 5 runs and shit.
So Goose with over 3,000 in his stack, as we do have a dealer change. Cajun Asian coming back in. As I said, the Cajun Asian, kind of a jack of all trades. He is a part-time dealer here at the Texas Card House.
Hurry up!
He has also done some commentating in the past. And he also used to do some rapping when he lived in New Orleans.
Hey, give me the here, give me the green.
So we are exactly halfway done with the stream. Still have 2 hours to go. And this game started big and is getting bigger. And if you just found us on YouTube, make sure you do subscribe, as this is the secondary channel for all the Texas Card House locations. There are 6 Texas Card Houses located in the state of Texas, 2 in North Texas, 1 in the city of Dallas, and 1 right next door in the city of Irvin. It's going to be the Las Colimas area, to be exact. And then you have 2 locations in the Houston area, 1 in the city of Houston and 1 north of Houston, just north of the main airport there in Houston. In the city of Spring, 1 in South Texas, that's us down here in the Rio Grande Valley, and the original Texas Card House, located in Austin, Texas. And when I say Austin, Texas, folks, I'm talking about Austin city limits. I'm not talking about North Austin. I'm not talking about Williamson County. I'm talking about the city of Austin. TCH Social, located in Northwest Austin. And of those 6 locations, 4 of them do stream. Texas Card House in Dallas streams. Texas Card House in Houston streams. We stream, and TCH Social in Austin stream. Right now on the main channel, TCH Social in Austin, they are streaming. It is a smaller game. It is a 1-2 hold'em game. But maybe if you found us by mistake and you're trying to tune into that channel, that is TCH Live Poker. That's the name of that channel. This channel is called Texas Card House. 3 different words. So Chubbs putting on the bluff with the 8 high, getting snapped off. Looks like we got a Livas fan, and that is the real Livas. The older brother, as his younger brother, Alex Livas, sometimes plays on the stream. He goes by RGV Striker. Oh, Chubb's adding on to his stack as well. He's got a stack of black. So each stack of black, that's worth 2,000. How much does Chubbs have in his stack? Yeah, so 1 player in for 5,000. And Chubbs is going to be in for
You and I both, Motti.
maybe 3,000?
I got a fucking running tab over there in the fucking bar. Son of a bitch. See where I'm at. 20 out.
Yeah, Chubbs is in for 3,000.
Let me see what I can do with this, and then I'll fucking.
You're pounding.
Oh, Chubbs is actually in for 4,000, right? Because he has 3,000 in front of him, and he's down 1,000.
Baby, I love it. Hey, this table, that done?
Wow. They say everything's bigger in Texas, and it might sound like a cliche, but at least for tonight's game here at the Texas Card House, that is indeed true. 1-3 blinds, uncapped.
Oh, he likes my dad too.
But he went like this. That's a dice roll.
I don't like it. Oh, we have somebody on base.
Oh, baby. You got one.
What do y'all have?
Giants
Giants minus 1.5. They need one by 2.
CC Drew raising it up with the suited connectors.
What do you bet on roulette? You bet numbers or you bet numbers?
Birthdays and zeros and numbers.
You don't bet the fucking...
Oh, Newbie put it on a move here. Is he all in? Yeah, Newbie's all in here. Somebody in the chat saying the real Livas is better than his younger brother. I can tell you that for sure at the on the golf course. The real Livas there in seat number 1. He is a very good golfer.
It's cold. It's cold. And I'm like, what the fuck? Bro, I was trying to see maybe at 3 a.m. This is like at 7.
So Motti calling an all-in earlier with queen 4 of spades, and now he is calling an all-in with 10-6 of clubs. So basically 60-40. Both players with live cards. Ace high still out in front right now, but Motti has picked up the 7 as an out.
Huh?
Oh, Newbie's not all in?
When I got to, she had like 350, and I was like, she went like 50 bucks on it.
What do you do now? I thought Newbie was all in, but he bet half his stack.
And like fucking 5 blacks. But I was like, bro, how is your average bet 100 if you have 300 total? But, okay, so getting to this, she bets.
So Newbie does go off. He gets called by Motti's cut shot. In the pot for Motti to fold.
But she'll go like 50, 100 bucks.
2 to 1 also, or no? Or just the first 12?
No, just the first 12, yeah.
Motti still needs a 10, a 6, or a 7. Instead, it'll be a deuce, and Newbie will double up.
Yeah, she was up like 700. But she only does that. She was like,
So that's what Xander
she goes, I'm only gonna bet 650.
That's what Xander and I did at our honeymoon. We went to Bahamas. Anytime I would fucking hit a number, I would call her up. I'd give the fucking greens. Here you go. Here you go. I go to Xander. She fucking put them in there. Same thing. Fucking coin first. After like 45 minutes, fucking Xander's eyes are. How much do we have? She opens it up. The way Rocky did. Night 1. Night 2? Night 2 was dick, wait.
Bro, I never know if Roxy's winning or not.
Where'd you play at? The Baja Mark?
At the Bahamas?
I always have to ask her.
We stayed at Texas.
Because she goes south all the time. Service!
Bro, as soon as we got to fucking Bahamas, bro, everybody was trying to sell us fucking bullshit there, like on the side.
Hey, we gamble this one?
I'm in.
$10 straddle from Chubbs.
Number? Alright, number. No 6, baby.
Can't come 5. Can't come 5.
Yeah.
Real Levis making the call. Maddie with the jacks. How big is Maddie going to raise? It should be at least 60.
It could happen.
Looks like 55.
Little Giants. I'm in.
Goose making the call here with 10 high.
55.
Chubbs confirming how much the price is. Thought about calling. Thinks better of it.
Okay, what is 5 on the middle part? 5 on.
Bro, I actually know that'd be fun.
What number is it?
4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 6.
Levis and Drew making the call, and just like that, we have a $231 pot. As the king does arrive, what does Maddie do? $230 in the pot. Maddie announces all in, says if you have the king, well, good luck to you. And nobody with the king, so this move should work. As it looks like the players are ordering another round of drinks. Yeah, Maddie's going to get it through. And I think that's going to give him a $56 profit. I think he's in for 300. So I think that's going to get him into the green. And no, he's in for more. He's in for 500. So Chubb's down over 1,000. CC Drew down over 2,000. No straddle this hand. So just your normal 1-3 as Vagabond has the weapons of mass destruction. You be making the call with the king queen. And that is not an ace high flop. Something reading wrong there. It is a queen high flop, and Yubi might get in trouble. CC Drew did call the raise with his 8-5. Yeah, and Yubi might get in trouble here.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, baby, get him out.
Vagabond continue to bet here. UB continuing to call. Gonna need a queen. A king does not do anything for him. Is that a 7? The ace might save newbie his chips. His Vagabond puts out a big bet there. UB doesn't like the ace, but the ace probably saved his chips. The board is queen 7-7, and the river's an ace. The board is queen 7-7, and the river's an ace. UB does make the reluctant fold, but it is the right fold. So sometimes the card reader will pick something up wrong, and whenever it happens on the board, we're able to correct it.
The card that nobody plays, partner.
What? You don't want it to come out either?
Not if you're playing 5-4 all the time.
5-4 8. That's a premium partner.
Is it? Your premium?
So Goose up over 2,000. The Golden Goose. Somebody asking in the chat, what's the minimum buy-in? So normally here at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley, the minimum buy-in is $100 on the main table, on the main floor. For the stream game, the minimum buy-in is $300. There is no maximum, but the minimum buy-in for the stream game, it is $300, and it is an uncapped game. But we do realize that people like to see the chips fly. Whenever you're at the table, you like to be at a table where the chips are flying, or whenever you're watching a stream, you want to see action. So the more chips in play, the greater the chance that we see some action. And just a quick pause in the action here as somebody's cards did not get scanned. But everything gets scanned now, and we see that the Golden Goose has the pocket 9s, and Wheel Deal is gonna at least call here. 40% to a royal flush. Does have the 2 overcards on the 9s. Motti with the ace 5. Going to be making the call. CC Drew in the pot as well with the canine, the dog. 5 ways to the flop we go. $428 on the flop, and it's going to be a jack for Wheel Deal. I don't know if Golden Goose is going to check, as there's only 1 overcard. No, there's 2 overcards to his 9, so maybe if there was 1 overcard, he might continue. But he is going to indeed check here. And that's going to open the door for Wheel Deal here to slide out a bet. And looks like 100. The Rio Livas with middle pair here. Also has some backdoor straight outs. He'll make the call. And CC Drew needing a queen for a straight makes the call. Goose coming along as well. 1% for Golden Goose right now. And there's the straight for CC Drew. As the turn is a pretty big action turn. It gives Wheel Deal 2 pair here. Oh, CC Drew just leads right out here. So it is a multi-way pot. Maybe that's why he's leading here. But we are still 4 ways on the flop. And how much does Wheel Deal have in his stack? Yeah, Wheel Deal has 2 pair. He does have a couple of black chips. You can barely see one of them. He probably doesn't have it stacked in the right spot. But he has 2 pair. He's going to make the call. And the Rio Livas with a pair and a straight draw. Does he want to call 500 though? He does get out of the way. And Wheel Deal is going to need to hit a queen or a jack to retake the lead. The ace might save Wheel Deal some money here. Oh, CC Drew bets 300, trying to get a crying call. So very scary board, but you can see there's over 2,000 in the pot. So nice bet by CC Drew, trying to get some value. And he's going to get value from his hand. Real Levi seeing he would have chopped the pot. So something finally going right for CC Drew as he is in this game to $5,000. He's in this game, winning a $2,400 pot here. Once again, these blinds are only $1, $2. Excuse me, $1, $3. The blinds are $1, $3. But that's not stopping the action.
We'll battle again later.
Definitely battle. Definitely battle.
100% we're battling right now.
So with that win, CC Drew is now less than $1,000 in the hole. And with that loss, now Wheel Deal is $1,000 in the hole. $12 re-straddled announced from Golden Goose. Pocket fours for Wheel Deal. He puts on a small 3-bet. Looks like 30, and it is. I don't think Goose is folding his hand. Don't know what it is. Vagabond with the ace.
It's on you, Wade. We're cutting you off because you're stalling the break.
So Vagabond confirming that it is a $30 raise. He will slide out the call. And as advertised, Goose makes the call as well. We still do not know Golden Goose 10. Oh, and Golden Goose gonna hit top pair here. Also has a straight draw. And he's gonna do the Cajun Asian bet. That is $3. Wheel Deal doesn't know what's going on. He will call, as does Vagabond. And Golden Goose still with the best hand. And now he's going to size it up to $6. And both players still calling.
Damn, they're so good though.
Need a 10. Need a 10. 10.
8 coming on the river. And it looks like it's going to go check all the way down.
That's good.
And somehow that pot was over $100, $121 pot for the Golden Goose.
You know they don't fuck around. There was one stream that I played for like at least 2 orbits. I was saying with hands. Yeah. And nobody believed me. I was like, guys, I'll tell you.
We both had a heart draw. I had a better one.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah. I was like, guys, why don't I do?
Turn on the button. Oh, you're talking to me. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Ace Jack for Golden Goose under the gun. No, there's a straddle. Matty straddle to 10. Vagabond trapping again. He did this with queens earlier. He got he trapped 2 players, but one of the players got out of the trap. And let's see how he approaches this as Goose puts out a $52 raise. And Wheel Deal going all in here with 6 high. 6 high. We have definitely seen some crazy plays tonight. And sometimes they work out. So wheel deal here with 6 high. And now Vagabond going all in. Oh, Goose makes the snap call. We're going to have ourselves a huge pot here.
That is nice. I like it.
Basically a $2,500 pot. Vagabond way out in front right now with the ace-queen. He has both his opponents dominated. As Wheel Deal cannot hit hearts, and Golden Goose cannot hit an ace.
Oh, your 10 are good. Your 10s are good.
Want to go twice or once?
They're asking once or twice.
No, because they can do something on the side, but you're about to go once. Yeah,
I can only win one.
okay, so they can go twice on the side.
If I get lucky. But I don't want to be a
So I believe they're just going once.
Okay, you just twice on the side.
Okay, they're going twice on the side. They're going twice on the side. So Wheel Deal knows he can only get lucky once. He's only running it once, but they are going twice on the side. It's a pretty good flop for 5-6. The ace arriving. Ace-queen still out in front. Ace-queen gonna win the first one. And Golden Goose looking for a jack. Oh, no, wait, the 5-6. 5-6 hit the first one. 5-6 hit in the second one, too. So the 5-6 winning both runouts. And the ace-queen winning both side pots. So Vagabond's going to wind up with a decent profit here, as Wheel Deal was all in for $300. So he will scoop the main pot of $900. So Goose paying off the side pot for Vagabond. And Wheel Deal going to be scooping with the 5-6. And I said it before the hand that sometimes you make a move and it works out. Wheel Deal making a move at the right time. Goose taking a hit to his stack. The chat going a little bit crazy. Yeah, snapped it off with ace-jack. And 6-high winning both boards. Even though he only ran it once, but he did win both boards with 6-high. Obviously, he doesn't wind up with 6-high. He had a straight with the 5-6 on the first board and a pair of 6s on the second board.
Yeah, good call, Red. We're up. Bro. We didn't do it that way. Oh, it was an ace in the middle, so it didn't count. We're doing this. You know what? If none of the cards come out, I'm putting myself out there. If a 9 or a 7 come, I'll pick. Because they're so close to me. I'm putting myself out there.
So we go from a crazy pot to a limp pot. Everybody just call in the $3.
Prepay right now. Prepay right now. Yeah. There's not a B10.
Vagabond hitting a set, and he's going to lead right out. Very draw-heavy board. Still has the lead with the set of 4s, but the straight draw and the flush draw are still live, and he's going to charge them. Chubbs is not going to pay to see the river, but the Rio Levi's will, as he picks up a straight draw now. And Rio Levi's going to wind up here with 5 high Vagabond has bet every step of the way, and he will bet one more time. Rio Levis with the quick fold. So Motti, the first player with a profit, he's up $118 since the start of the stream. These players started playing at about 7:05. They started playing, and then with the 15-minute delay, we started streaming about 7:20. So $10 button straddle. Newbie going to be raising it up with his ace queen. Chubbs with the quick call. He also has a suited ace. And Vagabond going to have to put out another $20. And he does. So all three players with an ace. Ace of clubs. Chubbs hidden top pair. And Chubbs will bet the top pair. He's betting half pot, 50 into 106. Newbie not ready to let go of his ace queen. And Newbie checking once again, and this time Chubbs slows down and checks behind. And Newbie hits his queen. It does go check, check. So Chubbs getting lucky on the flop. Newbie returning the favor on the river, as Newbie will win the $200 pot. Yeah, so Golden Goose up $900.
Can you not put it on me? Money's paying. Money's paying that shit. No. He's got the next one. I got the next one. Money's got the next one. Oh, damn.
And the Rio Levis up 600. Now keep in mind, he did win $700 on the first hand of the night, as these players all put in $100 blind. These players put in $100 blind, and they went 8 ways to a flop, and they checked it all the way down, and the Rio Levis win in that hand. Oh, 2 players with ace king here. CC Drew raised it with his ace king, and Chubbs put it on the 3-bet. Newbie with the suited king, but he will get away from the 3-bet.
Okay, I'll get up and out.
9 high flop. Chubbs does check. Is that striker?
Because I saw when I clicked it was fucking up.
No, wait, I'll get up and out for you.
It does go check, check. Jack on the turn changes nothing. If Vagabond was feeling frisky with his 5-6 suited, he would have flopped pretty good here.
Now you're winning? Leave us 2.0?
Did you do anything? Oh, check.
Because he said the reason why he didn't play because he had to work. Now he's not working.
And both players hitting the ace on the river.
What? No, you would have just called it like ace 10.
Chubbs betting $100. And CC Drew raising here. And Chubbs is going to fold the winner again, although it would have been a chop pot. So Chubbs folded queens earlier face up, and now folding ace king with an ace on the flop face up.
Not playing. He said he's next on the list. He's 100% he's not playing. He walked in like this.
Yeah, the chat agreeing live poker is alive and well, especially here at the Texas Card House.
We're gonna break for interception.
Vivas, who am I? Neta, who am I?
Looks like this stream game is getting a little bit of a rail as some players are watching from the sidelines, or some spectators watching from the sidelines. Real Levi's with the suited two-gapper. We'll raise it up to 15. Motti with the queen 8 with the quick call. UB does the same. Wheel deal, gonna defend his big blind. And just like that, we are 5 ways to a flop of ace high. Nobody with an ace, nobody with a jack. Chubbs with a set of 8s. And UB's gonna bluff here, 100% bluff. And now UB's gonna slow down. Gut shot for the real Levis. Needs a 9. You be picking up a pair now. I thought he might slow down. I still think he's going to slow down. He does. Does not want to see a 4 or a 5. Instead, it'll be a full house for Chubbs. And he's going to check again. Oh, and Levis is going to fall into the trap. Flicks out $100. 1 chip. And how big is Chubbs going to raise it? Maybe 400? Looks like 420. And a quick fold from Levi's. He knows he got caught bluffing. Not going to put on a show. Just going to fold and move on to the next hand. So even though Chubbs won that pot, he is still down over $1,000. Pretty much the haves and have-nots. 5 players in the green, 4 players in the red. Looks like Wheel Deal taking advantage of the pizza. As I said, we do have a full-service bar here at the Texas Card House. Now featuring air-fried pizza. There's also hot dogs available. There's also snacks available like chips and candy. Wheel Deal with the ace jack. Gonna put on a small raise. And Motti gonna be putting on the 3-bet. Wheel Deal not gonna be folding his ace as we go heads up. King high flop. Let's see if Motti puts out the continuation bet. Flop has not read. There it is. And there's the check, and there's the bet. So Motti with the continuation bet, hoping his opponent folds. Put out the C bet to $80, and his opponent will indeed get out of the way. So I'm not sure if you keep up with poker news, but there was a incident that happened at one of the poker rooms in Houston where a former employee snuck in a deck that was attached to a reader, and they did wind up catching him. but kind of a crazy story. It's kind of crazy there in the Houston area on how many card rooms they have.
Hey, do I have to look at my phone or did you have access to the keys?
And a lot of the ones in the Houston area are, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I don't live in Houston, but I have heard stories and I have played in Houston before. But I know they have had incidents at multiple Houston locations.
Or you know you're running bad when Blanca tells you you're running bad.
What? She told you?
Phil?
I think what it comes down to is some of the card houses in general, but especially in the Houston area, some of the card houses are following the rules and some of the card houses are not following the rules. And there seems to be a high percentage of the card houses in the Houston area that do not follow the rules. And I know they have had multiple incidents at one particular room, but players keep playing there just because the action is so good. It's kind of crazy. But even though they've had multiple incidents, the players still continue to play there. And right down the street, there is a Texas Card House location down the street. I will say the Texas Card House in Houston, they are running things by the book. There's another one in the Houston area that goes by Champions, and they are running things the correct way, in my opinion. Some of these other places are not, and that's why you have incidents that happen. Yeah, Houston, we have a problem. So long story short, if you are from the Houston area, it's probably better if you play at one of these more established rooms. That way you don't have to worry about something wrong happening or something bad happening. Not to say that nothing bad will happen at the Texas Card House Houston, Texas Card House Spring, but there are a lot of extra safeguards in place. There's this one room, and I won't mention it, but they've had multiple incidents of guns. They've had issues with guns. Like I said, multiple incidents, but people still play there just because the action's good. And I mentioned this earlier when somebody was kind of giving Matty a hard time about playing tight. Like, you know, I mean, it's his money, and some people value $100 more than other people. Some people value $300 more, and some people value their life more or less. All right, enough of that. Motti with the jacks, with the real hand here. And he is putting max pressure on. Oh, Vagabond with the kings. So who was the initial raiser? Was it? Yeah, I think Vagabond was the initial raiser. Vagabond's going all in here. Well, big bet from Vagabond here. But what are you 4-betting to? You're 4-betting to 1,000. You're putting in half your stack. And this move actually, I mentioned this earlier, this move actually looks weaker than his hand actually is. Like if he put in a 4-bet here for half his stack, that would look stronger. So he could very, very, very easily be doing this with ace-king. And Motti would be calling. So Motti makes the call, and they are running it twice. So another pot of more than $2,500. This one's more than $3,500, and both these players started the hand with over $1,500 in their stack, and they are running it twice. So Motti looking for a jack. He also has diamonds to fall back on. There is only one jack left in the deck. That's another good thing about the action tracker is we know if a jack has been folded. And we can see that a jack has been folded. And Motti gonna have to hit the jack of hearts. It is a face card, but it is a queen, and Vagabond will scoop the $3,730 pot.
Hey, you got my bigger? My favorite.
Texas.
Motti paying him off.
Big red, please.
Motherfucker wants a big red.
Yeah.
I made promises, George. I made promises.
I think Vagabond. Did Vagabond have him covered?
Wagon.
Yeah, just give him the 5 shot.
Yeah, Vagabond had him covered.
Oh, shit. Off right now. Off the wagon. No, if I'm off the wagon, that means I'm drinking it.
But Motti's already reloading. Yeah, Motti's already reloading 1,000. That's why he has stacks in front of him.
Barrels.
So I think Motti said he would keep the chips, and they'll bring these new chips to Vagabond. Yeah. So Motti keeping his chips in front of him, but there are some $100 chips on the way that'll go to Vagabond. So whenever you're playing like a 1-2 or 1-3 game, it's always good to have green chips at the table. That's when you know these players are buying in and rebuying for good amounts. And it's especially good. As a matter of fact, it's not very rare, but it is not common as either to see black chips on the table. And we have the variety of chips at the table. All right, here are the black chips coming for Vagabond. He will add that to his stack. So the white chips are worth $1.
Yeah, because you have fucking Banco Georgie and you're like.
The white chips are worth $1. The red chips are worth $5. The green chips are worth $25. And the black chips are worth $100. Pretty standard across the board in most poker rooms, with the exception of California. I feel like I'm picking on California, but they do things different in California, for better or for worse. I mean, some of the things they do, I can get behind. Big turn for Motti. Flopped open-ended, now has a flush draw to go with it. Wheel deal with 2 pair, and he's going to check the 2 pair.
He knows, partner.
Motti left with jack high. Just lost the huge pot to Vagabond, so he's not going to bluff at it.
You're white?
Partner, she surprised Maddie and I, partner. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Partner, his wife is the nuts. She's supposed to use the nuts, wait. That's up. I was like, get down like that.
So Vagabond,
Among other things.
your new leader.
Other things, partner. Oh. She's the type of fucking woman that if I
As he's up 2,500.
Besties?
Great.
For the rest?
Yes. Besties for the resties.
Your wife's cool like that or what?
And Golden Goose up.
She can get down. She can get down, partner. She's gangsta.
850.
Oh, partner, she's from the county. She can get down.
She's from the cow.
She's
From the cow.
on the record.
I don't even know what that means.
From the county.
She a Mustang?
No, she's a fucking bulldog.
Is she? Oh, yeah, those girls get down. Carter, Mustang girls, they're fucking no class. Bulldogs?
So the Austin stream getting ready to end. That is on the main channel. But I will give all you listeners credit as we do have more viewers in our Austin location.
That's Chong.
And here come another round of drinks.
Rocky has them.
What?
Mia.
Maya?
They don't fucking sell them, but Rocky has them.
Oh, sweater. Talk about the sweater.
9 high flop. Everybody missing. Over $300 in the middle pre-flop. Oh, Golden Goose with the bluff, and this is probably going to work.
Maury's better? They have the all you can eat here now, right?
Yeah, what?
The all you can eat Maury here?
Oh, Maury.
I think they only have it at one location.
Who wanted the big red?
Oh yeah, true. He's real drunk.
Yeah, Motti just left here with ace high. Does have the best hand, but is not going to be able to call the $200 from Goose. Goose showing the 7. Oh, Goose showing both his cards. I like it. I like it.
Already makes $410,000. Makes more than Donald Trump. $410,000.
Goose is one off. He's losing. I'm proud of him.
Thanks, Warner.
Hey, Andy probably makes close to 850.
Good.
Let's see if we have a straddle, as Motti has the option to put on a button straddle, and Yubi can put on the under the gun straddle. But looks like nobody is going to exercise that option. And this is going to be just a normal 1-3.
I don't need it, Warner. My wife fucking hates that deal. What's up?
Yubi limping under the gun.
Like when I say I'm
Does you don't like to play either?
when I say I'm proud of you, I feel like you got it out of the ghetto.
She'd rather me be at home with the kids than her. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But like,
Rio Livas just making the call as well. CC Drew with the small raise with his suited jack.
I gotta.
Bro, it's crazy to me how some people like just because you're well off or just because you're like and you say like why you working like motherfucker, why not like why are you working?
CC Drew hitting the top pair, but it is Goose leading out with his 4 high. Rio Livas making the call with second pair. CC Drew does the same. And CC Drew now has a flush draw, but Golden Goose is going to continue bluffing here.
Do you continue to work? See? I'm like, so what the fuck's the difference?
Got away with a bluff last hand, but I don't think he's going to get away with a bluff this hand, as he does bet 80. To the river we go. Flush draw arise. Is Golden Goose done betting? Has 4 high. I thought he would slow down on the turn, but he is all gas, no brakes. And CC Drew's about to raise him here now with the flush.
Or like if like let's say it's like a check raise and then like
CC Drew double checking if he does have the flush, and he does.
in my head I'm like terrible card.
Like
Fuck,
five,
it's
like
check.
500.
Yeah, you have to check, bro.
How much?
In my mind it's just racing like, you know?
It's going to be 550, and the
But
gig
there's
is up
something
for
like
Goose.
and the river comes like a scare card. And then like they'll check the hit. All in. And I'm like, he doesn't. I'm like, this guy, fucking guy. And then
Yeah,
they-
Goose
and they
just
call
saving
him
pace here. He has 4 high.
and- Like, you see? This motherfucker. I knew it. I'm like, this fucking guy, bro. He can't help himself.
It's not bad. I mean, you can't wait for good hands to make money.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're 100%.
Looks like we have a dealer change coming up.
And then all in. They take forever, and then they call.
Yeah, Goose pretty much just saving face here,
Thank you for all that information.
making it seem like he has a decision, but we see he does not. So Golden Goose, get in the TV time. Rate his acting skills. So CC Drew, dragging in the pot. And CC Drew still in the red, but keep in mind he's in this game for 5,000. Somebody in the chat not a fan of Goose's tanking. And I'm actually okay with it if you do it every once in a while. But if you do it like a lot, yes, I do have a problem with it. But doing it every once in a while, I don't think there's an issue or I think there's a problem with it. The CC stands for Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi. Which in Spanish translates to the body of Christ. The Drew short for Andrew. So CC Drew drove about 2 hours to be with us tonight, and then Maddie right next to him in seat 3 drove about 3 hours to be with us tonight. As Maddie now lives in San Antonio. He is from the Rio Grande Valley, but lives in San Antonio now. Of course, San Antonio translated in English to St. Anthony.
Oh, wow.
Hey, we got one.
The San means Saint, Antonio meaning Anthony. Vagabond with the ace king. How big is the raise going to be? I'm thinking at least 250.
Tickets for green.
Oh, did he just make the call? Wow, this is real surprising. He straddled 15 on the button, and everybody just called, and he just calls the $50 raise. Middle pair for Wheel Deal, but it is Motti who's going to be leading out here. Does Vagabond just fold? Yeah. So I don't like the flatten pre-flop with the ace-king, but I do like the fold. If you choose the conservative route, which is what Vagabond did there, if you choose the conservative route, you can't be afraid to make the fold. So Motti messing around on the flop, now picking up top pair, and Golden Goose turning an open ender. So a pretty fun flop here, and it's going to be even more fun if Motti puts out a bet here, and it looks like that's what he's going to do. Motti continues on telling his story, and Goose is interested in. Goose wants to know how the story ends. And Goose is going to hit a jack on the river. Oh, Goose announces all in. Wow, show it. Boom. So Goose missing his straight, but he represents the straight on the river and gets Motti to fold the best hand. What a play by Golden Goose. So I think that play from Golden Goose makes up for the tanking on the previous hand. So Vagabond would have wound up with the nuts there, right?
What, the end of the week?
Yeah. Vagabond with the ace-king.
That's not TCH, partner. That can't happen. I can talk to Randy.
Would have wound up with the ace high flush, but he chose to play the ace king a little slow, a little conservative.
Fucking chips to you, and I'm flipping the table at the same time. Fuck it. And I'm headbutting more. Oh, fuck.
He's butting.
Ah.
Hey, hey. Oh,
It's okay.
he hit off.
Oh, my God. Georgie.
How was he falling?
That would be the ring bases.
6 fold, 5 fold, 6 fold, 7 fold.
We got two in position.
Yeah, the ace king would have hit the nuts, but chose to play conservative. I think maybe he is either hungry or needs to go to the bathroom because he's not at his seat now. So newbie with the 3 queens. Chubbs is gonna bluff at this pot. The turn is out. It looks like newbie's gonna lead here. I think Chubbs will fold pretty quick. Chubbs with the animated fold. Folding the 8 high. Newbie flashes the queen.
That's a run. That's a run. That's a run. That's a run.
Tagging.
So Enrique actually pushing in a little bit early. We still have over 3 hours to go, but he will be our final dealer of the night. As there is 2 dealers for the stream table. They change out every hour.
I'm remembering the fucking runaround.
I do see the stream from the Austin location wrapped up about 10 minutes ago. So if you are just tuning in from our main channel being TCH Live Poker, this is the secondary channel for all Texas Card House locations. Pretty simple name, Texas Card House, 3 different words. So if you're just tuning in from the Austin location, TCH Social Austin, welcome to the Rio Grande Valley.
Like Goose kind of looks like. No, you kind of look like.
We are 4 hours and 20 minutes south of the capital. The capital city of Austin, Texas. Open-ender for Wheel Deal. And he's going to bet the open-ended. $30 bet. Goose making the call with the best hand, middle pair. And Wheel Deal has 6 outs available to him. And that's actually one of the outs, as he does have the 10. So Wheel Deal now taking the lead. As soon as the 10 registers, we will see the percentages change. $65 bet from Wheel Deal. Quick call from Goose as he has the same straight draw. There's the 10 registering. 87% now for Wheel Deal. And River going to be a king. Wheel Deal puts out a small bet of 75. Pretty much all options available for Goose here. Bet, raise, or fold. Looks like Motti's had it on $500. No, $600. And Goose is thinking about bet, raise, or fold. Looks like he's going to go with the call. It was actually call, raise, or fold, the 3 options. So Austin, the capital of Texas, named after Stephen F. Austin. But before, it was called Austin. There we go. Let's see if anybody in the chat. See if anybody in the chat knows. What was the original name of Austin. Before it was Austin, what was Austin called?
600 button, 6 button straddle.
Give me somebody that's gonna fucking battle the plate. Get through! Oh, yes, that was it.
Ah, what are you trying to do?
It's actually as fuck, dude.
9 fold.
So got a little Texas history.
Seinfeld, France.
What was the original name for the city of Austin?
Raise. 6 makes it 100.
I figured you liked it.
7 4. 8 4.
Really? You gotta give it a
Motti raising it up with the 7-3.
Honestly, I've never watched a single episode. Never.
The trickster does not know this answer.
Seinfeld.
2 fold.
Not a single one?
Not a single one, partner. I promise you.
You should go back and watch.
All right, somebody in the chat got it. I don't know if you looked that up, Jose, but if you knew that off the top of your head, that's good.
Really?
The answer being Waterloo.
More to Friends and Seinfeld.
Well, it's like
Because
the people
everybody
at
has
Seinfeld are making fun of
everybody has a
people.
group of friends, that's why.
Well, these guys are friends too. They're just a little weird. But they dog people like friends. Like, you gotta understand the humor behind it. Yeah, like.
Arlen, Texas. Miguel making a King of the Hill reference.
What?
And King of the Hill's coming back. If you have not heard, it's going to be streaming on Hulu, making a return.
It's Jack, partner. Big right now.
Frito-Lay direct on.
Yeah, I'm actually here in the Rio Grande Valley. I'm commentating in the Rio Grande Valley. There are some streams that do remote commentating, and every once in a while, I've done the remote commentating myself, but I'm here in the Rio Grande Valley. We are in the city of Edinburg, Texas.
Just so we could win our
It is the county seat of the Rio Grande Valley. Population just over 100,000.
higher.
There is a local branch of the University of Texas down here in the Rio Grande Valley,
He hates losing more than
here in Edinburg.
For sure.
he hates it.
Excuse me. But yeah, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, the Vaqueros.
How come we stop playing, bro? Huh?
He got back with his wife.
And there is also not a branch, but an extension of the Texas A&M campus down here in the Rio Grande Valley as well. They have a specialty school down here, located right next to Edinburg. As a matter of fact, some people might say it is in Edinburg. It is City of McAllen.
For her at some barbecue place that we went to. And partner, Ramsey sent me a picture on Easter egg. He was like, look, my wife has it as a fucking tabletop. Look badass. I walked out, she was like,
The Rio Livas just calling here with the Queens.
I put it on and I fucking walked out. Nobody told me.
Golden Goose going to hit a 9.
30. You're gonna ask Ramsey on that shit. I walked out.
And he's going to bet the 9. Chubb's making the call. And here comes the raise. Wow, snap call by Golden Goose. Calling faster than I call my Tinder matches. Golden Goose turning a straight draw to go along with his top pair, but it does go check, check. We will see a river, and it is going to be a jack. And it does go check, check on the river. Everybody at the table is surprised that the Rio Livas had queens there. Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley open every day at 10 a.m. And we do stream every Wednesday night and every Friday night. On Friday nights, we do stream on the main channel, TCH Live Poker. And in general, we play 1-3, even though, as you can see, this is a big 1-3 game.
It's a badass dog.
We're doing it again? You're out? Like for real?
I'm out. I'm out for the drinks. I'm not out for the game.
You're a big motherfucker, man.
It's all $3.
I'm woozy.
I love these comments, how everybody's giving the players hard times. And in fairness, I mean, everybody's an expert when you see the cards. But that is a fun part about watching the stream, just watching how some of these players approach their hands.
You're in. Oh, three.
You're in. Yeah, everybody's in. Everybody's in.
Goose calling for a 3 for some reason.
Three, no 6.
Oh, 3 in the window.
Nobody?
7.
Nobody's paying. She knows the game already. Nobody? Okay. Ahorita vengo.
8 makes it 10.
All right, let's talk about another city that has a different name. And this is kind of directed to somebody at the chat that I know lives in that city.
Maddie, black or red for 5?
This one's a lot easier, I feel. What was the original name of New York City? So the original name of the city of Austin, Texas was Waterloo. What was the original name for New York City? So the ace 4, the best hand, but it looks like Wheel Deal's going to try to bluff.
Yeah.
Giants -1.5.
That's what you have?
That's what we have.
So a $30 bet.
Cooper flag.
Cooper flag.
Chubbs is thinking about calling here.
Raise.
Oh, Chubbs puts on a min raise. Very interested play here by Chubbs. As he was trying to get a fold, or he was trying to get a call from a 3 or a 4. All right. The person I was asking the question to knew the answer. Yes, I was asking you the question, Phony Turgeson.
I don't know when
But just because you're from New York City doesn't mean you know that answer. Because I guarantee you, a lot of people in Austin, Texas do not know the original name was Waterloo. Of course, the answer to that is New Amsterdam.
We got 12 doubles.
Oh, but you did Google. Come on, you see you didn't know the answer either.
No!
12 doubles.
Yeah!
He used to be a Giannis type player. You must do
Can you rescan that?
Oh, Giannis is fucking skinny too, bro.
12 doubles.
Come here.
7 folded.
Coming in, yes. But Giannis
No, he put a lot of weight. I think you still skinny too.
Rio Livas folded, ace jack suited.
30.
You know, if you want to know sometimes Kevin Durant, you cannot bench press 135. 135 was 45 and 45 on each side. You cannot do it.
So one of Matty's cards not getting scanned, but he did raise it here, so I would imagine it's at least the king. I would imagine it's, oh, he hits top pair.
Yeah!
It's either ace, queen, king, queen, or queen, jack. I think that's really the only possibility out of the small blind raising. So Matty does hit top pair. Vagabond with the quick fold from the 9s. And Golden Goose calling with bottom pair. The percentages are not popping up because we do not know Matty's second card. So we do not know the exact percentages without knowing the second card. Oh, Matty announced an all-in.
Oh my god. You're not twice.
Ace queen. I wish. Win a spade on the river.
Damn, the chat being brutal to the players tonight.
Idiot, you're not gonna ship it with nothing less than fucking ace queen.
That's not what I had.
Okay, pocket king.
Definitely didn't have pocket king.
But let's be honest.
You know what? Fuck your straddle.
One of the reasons why we're watching is to see how good or how bad these players play.
See it anyway.
Where's Rich?
Four.
Got him again.
One double jack.
Goose putting on the under the gun straddle to 15. That's 15 in Spanish.
We got a home run, Devers. Por favor.
So making sure that the hand cleared.
I'm only for 5.
So the production crew telling the dealer they are having an issue. Sure, it'll get corrected pretty quick here. Because we're on a 15-minute delay, so if this wasn't corrected quickly, they would have already told me. This action took place 15 minutes ago. And as I said, I am in the same building of the Texas Card House RGV. So there we go. Whatever issue they had, the production crew, getting it corrected. So the computer that keeps track of everything is known as the action tracker. And I'm sure there was a small issue there, but production crew getting that corrected. And we are ready to rock and roll once again as we'll deal with the suited ace. This is about the third or fourth time that he's done this. Putting on the min raise from the straddle. Somebody straddles and he min raises with his hand. It's also his first time playing on the stream. Oh, Vagabond with the Cowboys.
Baby. 2 on. That's a home run coming up right here.
Vagabond raising it to 75, and Goose snap calling with the suited king. And Wheel Deal does the same. Just like that, we have an over $225 pot. And it's going to be an open-ended for Goose and an over pair for Vagabond. Is that 2 diamonds? Wheel Deal with a flush draw? I thought I just saw... Oh, wow, there was 2 diamonds. Small bet here from Vagabond. Any queen or any 10 beats him. Really, really small bet here. And Goose might make a play at this pot.
No!
Goose looking for an ace or a 9. A $3 bet on the river. $300 in the pot. $3 bet. Goose calls with king high. And I'm very curious on what the chat's going to say. Vagabond can only smirk.
Oh, they're nervous, Goose. They're nervous.
Yeah, it was an action flop as you had an overpair versus an open-ended versus a flush draw. But it definitely played out differently.
Slide out to left, the runner's in advance, so their 5th hole is coming up.
More shots?
I prefer to have Devers in this situation.
So I'm thinking these guys are going to be playing after the stream. We do stream for 4 hours. These guys started playing at just after 7 o'clock, so we should be going to about 11:15, 11:20.
There was an extra shot. Once an extra shot.
But based on this lineup and based on these drink orders, I think these guys are going to continue to play after the stream ends. So Motti raising it here with the natural 9, the 4-5. And he's going to hit a pair, but the real Livas is also going to hit a pair. Cheers. Motti with the bet. Oh, and I think we're going to see the VPIP here in a little bit. Motti continuing on the pressure here with his pair of 4s. Livas not ready to let go. I'm going to be interested to see if Motti empties out the flip here. This is not a good run out for Motti. And he knows it. He's going to check it. So not a good run out for Motti. And I believe we're going to have the VPIP flashing up here. The default is the chip stacks. But I believe the production, there's the V. Nope, not this end. Maybe next end.
I got the blood money with Jack Flag. I don't got to pay for the flight.
Where did you say?
I'm staying at
Well, it's so mean. The rooms aren't the best.
Here we go.
Bro, why y'all like it there?
Dude, the environment's fucking good.
Oh, George, get out! George, you got it, man.
Oh, hello.
Stay there one time, I mean,
I upgraded.
No, what I'm saying.
So we're going to see the VPIP in 15 minutes. We're going to see the VPIP in 15 minutes.
these are assholes
It's
and the
kind of
room
like
fucking sucks.
I upgraded my room to overlook the Bellagio Towers because I had credit for my flight. So
Stay at the Bellagio.
in essence, I fucking paid $700 for my trip.
Well, look at the Bellagio. You don't want to stay at the Bellagio.
So I did get a message
It's cheaper, Bellagio.
where they were talking about the VPIP.
I got it made at the resort.
Why do you say it's the roof?
What do I say? Where, Joseph?
Why do you say
But I forgot that we're on a 15-minute delay.
Bro, I've always had fucking rude ass fucking dealers. Customer service sucks.
Bro, I get fucking blasted there. Falling asleep on the table. And they take care of it.
Really?
Are you an asshole to them?
No. I don't even talk. Every little thing you like.
So the real Livas with top pair, Golden Goose with at least the 7.
Oh, damn. They're like no phone. Like, on me.
I get Chick-fil-A for like the snacks at the high living room.
Bro, have you ever stayed at a resort before?
Well, no, actually I have because.
And trips for the real Livas. That is the Jack of Diamonds, not an ace.
He has a fucking big ass.
And Goose going to put out a bet.
Like one of them 4-bedrooms?
Real Livas with the call.
With him for 1 day before I get there. Bro, he showed me his room. Bro, Roxy's restroom is as big as my apartment.
Bro, it is awesome.
Bro, it's insane.
The Crockford's is sick.
Bro, it's insane. Dude, they have a gym in their hotel room. They have a gym. They have a spa. Like, you can get a massage.
You know they went away with the resort fee permanently recently.
Yeah, Roxy's fucking room is bigger than my apartment.
No.
Yeah, so do mine. But now, like, for all,
Bro, it's insane.
you're a new customer, there's no resort fee.
He goes, look, he faced at me. This is Roxy's room. Big old fucking room. And he goes into the restroom. Big old fucking restroom.
So $6 under the gun straddle. The players are talking about
And he goes, oh,
Vegas casinos, which one's the best, where they stay.
he's like, oh, look, we also have a gym. I was like,
Chubb's a fan of the Planet Hollywood. CC Drew a fan of Resorts World.
Two bedrooms.
You have a host there? Bro? You have a host?
2 folds, 3 folds.
Bro, the host is the best.
bro, he has a butler.
Oh, yeah, Roach.
Yeah, he's
It's
like,
kind of funny with the casinos.
fucking, somebody's gonna pick
I think in general, and I don't blame people for being biased, but I think in general, like if somebody wins at a certain place, that's the place they like. And it might not necessarily be the nicest place, the best place, but if they have good luck at a place,
They take out all the fucking legwork for you.
if somebody asks What's your favorite casino? That's going to be your answer.
Dude, they picked me up at a red Rolls Royce the very first time I stayed there.
That's exactly what they do.
They probably thought I was a guy like Roach, but I was just a backman with them. And I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they picked you up in the Rolls Royce.
So a 5 for Wio Dio and Golden Goose. It does go check through. And it's going to go check again.
I was just gold. I would have been gold for like 5 years. I never went up from gold.
Yeah,
Roach actually
said, what's wrong?
And the Queen 5 is going to be good.
And oh no, he goes, what's Rocky gonna do in Shakira? Like, you go to concert. Oh, who's she gonna see? Shakira. Where's it at? The Lincoln Stadium. This is the conversation today. And then he's like, has she purchased tickets? I was like, no. He's like, let me see if I can get like front row. How much is the front row? I was like, how much can I buy? That's my thinking, right? I was like, how much is the front row? He's like, oh, it's free. And I was like,
Did he get
and
it?
he was like, how many tickets do you need? I was like, well, I might be playing tournament, so I might not be able to make it, but. And he's like, yeah, we're just talking about it.
Oh, so he's still working on it.
Yeah. I was talking about him like a couple hours ago.
Bro,
I don't
he's
think
talking
we have a
about
straddle this hand.
That's dope.
They
Baseball
broke
Vegas.
ground already?
I think basketball is next. I know the Las Vegas Aces are there, but you need men's basketball.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
You need men's basketball.
New team.
Men's basketball?
Las Vegas Aces for women.
What is the commentator's preference in Las Vegas? So I'm the type of person who feels like if you're traveling somewhere and you're spending a lot of time in your room, then you're not traveling properly. I tend to gravitate towards the Caesars properties, and just because I do have a diamond card with Caesars, so I do gravitate towards the Caesars properties, although I will say the MGM properties are quote-unquote nicer. But especially like at the World Series, I mean, it's nice if you're playing at the World Series and you're staying either at the Horseshoe or Paris, where you can just walk up to your room during breaks. But in general, the room isn't a high priority to me, but most of the time I'm either going with friends that are there to gamble or by myself. So I do realize that the people that are married or taking their girlfriends, then the room does become a different priority.
Hey, next one?
But when it comes to poker in Vegas, I would say the Encore Poker Room, or I'm sorry, the Wynn Poker Room located inside the Encore, or Aria. Those are probably my top two, my current top two right now.
Goose.
So Goose, Rivers, 2 pairs, and Wio Dio does make the call. Cajun Nation, his preference is the sand properties. So we're talking about Venetian or next door Palazzo. Those are nice rooms. Those are really nice rooms. It's weird. I think I've stayed like at most of the casinos in Vegas. But as I said, I mean, there's so many different choices. It really comes down to your preference. Because I have had people ask me that before. Oh, we got craziness going on again. We got the quintuple straddle. This is the second time tonight we've had the quintuple straddle.
Texas Card House RGV, the quintuple straddle.
Only at the Texas Card House RGV. This is something you don't see at most casinos. As a matter of fact, most casinos, they don't allow you to double straddle. Well, you can double straddle, it's just a dead race, so it's really not a straddle. Oh, Matt with the jacks going all in as he should.
We're gonna do this. We're just gonna do beer, so we're gonna drink whatever. Dos Equis, Corona.
I can see Goose calling here with a pretty raggedy hand, as he does have basically $100 in. Matty's going in for 400, so it's going to be 300 more for him. He is up on the session, so I can see him calling with a raggedy hand. And he does make the call. I do not know if his hand's raggedy, but we're about to find out.
You folded ace jack? Once or twice?
Goose with the 8 high.
Twice.
8 deuce of hearts. They're running it twice. I thought he would call raggedy. I didn't think he would call 8 deuce raggedy, but Goose has been drinking. So straight draw for Goose here.
How did you say lower?
Both.
I heard sixes over here.
Jack's full.
What do you have, 7?
So Goose going to need some hearts on the second run out. Oh, there's a deuce. Oh, Goose hit it 2 pair. Matty doesn't have a spade. King or a 4 for Matty. Oh, a full house. They'll run it twice, and they're going to chop it.
Fuck, did you win with 8 deuce?
Hey, when I dropped this,
They run it twice. Both players wind up with full houses.
get in there, motherfucker. You and your fucking army guy over here shooting at nobody? Oh, fuck.
You just got back from my range.
Hey, right there, Isaac. Isaac, I don't think Goose will call here. That is a very questionable call.
Well, it worked out for Mr. Goose over here.
Hey, no, this motherfucker like
Big blind.
put it in there.
No, he called it on the call. I said just fold on the call.
Oh, I heard.
No, the other way around.
I heard
I
the
said
other
just
way.
fold on the
I heard the other way around.
call. As soon as you folded,
No, I know you're snapping.
So Vagabond
I know you don't.
up over 2,000, but he does seem to be losing some steam.
Big blind through first round.
so we didn't take it live, so we're on the hook.
Yeah, he's up over 2,500,
Bobbing and weaving. Keep it. Give me another
but really hasn't been involved in a lot of hands lately.
Second on bid, somebody else second? Home run.
Base hit, no, ends it.
3 folds. 4 folds. 4 folds.
14.
Raise it. 6 makes it 14. Hey, so what happened?
So I think the Caesars property that's the worst in Vegas is the link when it comes for rooms. Those rooms are really small.
Oh, yeah. Right here. I forgot what it was.
I don't remember what it was.
No,
Oh, it
it
was
was
Jack 9.
Jack 9-7.
So nobody.
Goose 35
Right
folds.
here, right here.
So Golden Goose just losing the last hand, raising it up to 14 with the 8 high. Called a $400 all in the previous hand, and now is raising with 8 high again. And he's going to hit a 4. But we have a straight draw and a flush draw for CC Drew. Top pair for newbie, but it is Golden Goose who will put out the continuation bet. Quick call from newbie. And CC Drew might be putting on a raise here with his combination draw. He just makes the call with his combo draw. Needing a 7 for a straight or a heart for a flush. And there's the heart. Everybody else drawn dead.
Do they give it to the runner or do they give it to the tagger? You did it. Partner, look how close this is.
Nothing but hearts running out.
Yes. Brush.
CC Drew with the best hand going to put out $25?
Brush, street.
$25 bet.
Bro, look at how.
And UB says, why not?
He's high. He's safe. Look at him. Look at him. Again.
Look at this.
Super
So
safe.
$25 bet into a $250 pot. Betting 10% of the pot. UB thought he was getting too good of a price, even though he knew that any heart beat him. UB does make the call with the ace.
Look at these guys.
UB still ahead for the session, only $18. Motti down over 2,000, Chubb's down over 1,000. And Wheel Deal His first time playing on the stream. Not going great. Okay, we got the quadruple straddle now. We had the quintuple straddle. Is Goose straddling for newbie? How much has Goose had to drink?
Hey, Rich. Rich.
No, okay, he's not. He's.
I'm over here paying for mine.
So we do have the straddle and the re-straddle and the re-re.
Safe, he's safe.
Wheel Deal just calling the triple straddle.
Draw 2-fold, 3-fold.
And Motti,
Fire, right?
Motti's going to be making a move here
Hey, it's like crack.
with the 6 high.
It's like crack. Like it's like, oh, it's so good.
Takes it up to 130.
Give me one.
Vagabond folding.
Goose, 130.
Here, Goose.
Oh, cheers.
Goose letting go of his hand. And I think Wheel Deal is going to make the call.
Pass. I got 2 X first.
Labels out.
Three and a half, 3 players.
Oh, Real Levis also making the call. And we got ourselves a flop, folks. Open ender for Motti, top pair for Wheel Deal, $400 in the pot. Motti, your pre-flop aggressor, is going to continue on with the aggression, and he's going to slide out a continuation bet of 160. Wheel Deal reaching for some black chips. He does cut out a call. And Real Levis with Jack High will let go of his hand.
Every card you hit.
Motti looking for an 8 or a 3 to complete his straight. The turn is down. Hasn't been read yet. But Motti doesn't like it because he's checking. Oh, it's trips. It's trips for Wheel Deal. Paired board. $250 bet. It is a paired board though. You can see there's exactly $1,000 in the pot. But Motti is very wary of the paired board. And his chips are getting a little low.
I'm kind of oversold on it. Like, I would have played it. I would have tried to satellite or whatever. But I feel like I would have sold 120%. You ran good. So check it out. So I'm only gonna play it if my mindset is right. When I'm gonna play it.
So Motti calls, leaves himself with less than $300 behind.
However everybody else feels.
Looking for an 8 or a 3. There's 7 left in the deck.
I feel like burnt out.
And he's going to miss it all. Really cannot bluff as he only has $290. And it does go. Yeah, I thought it went check. I thought I saw a check from Wheel Deal, but he said all in.
It's this lady.
I saw his hand motion, but he was announcing all in.
You can have them. Eat them. Do me a favor.
Nah, but like, I obviously want to.
Oh, there's the VPIP. There we go. I was about to say the VPIP's going to flash up in 15 minutes. Lowest VPIP is Motti, still in at over 20%. So you can see over 54% leading the way there is Golden Goose. Vagabond in also at over 50%. So there's the VPIP. We've seen 75 hands tonight. Normally we get at least 80, somewhere between 80 and 100. And in a strange way, the less hands we see, normally the better the stream, because that means that there's a lot of flops that are being seen. There's a lot of rivers that are being seen. There's some chop pots that are going on. There's some all-ins that are going on.
6 makes it 30. 7 fold.
So if we see a lot of hands, sometimes we don't see any flops. Sometimes we see pre-flop action and nobody flops. So we actually want to see closer to 80 than closer to 100, and that normally makes for a good stream.
5 players.
Ten high flop, nobody with the 10. The pocket 7 still best. Card reader not picking up quickly tonight, but there it is. Maybe the table needs to be reset. They've actually have done that before, but I'm sure they'll do that for the next stream. So Goose with a huge bluff here has 5 high, and he's gonna get the best hand to fold. Matty with the best hand folding. But CC Drew, who's in for this game for 5,000, he's not in the folding booth.
Doesn't matter. It's still an 8, Papa.
Open ender for CC Drew, and Golden Goose is continuing bluffing here. Perfect card for CC Drew to continue, as he does have an open ender now. The graphics finally catching up with the action at the table. What happens on the river? Goose hits a pair on the river.
Wait. I hit 2 10s. Oh my God.
And he continues to bluff here. But now he's bluffing with the best hand.
What's going on here?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Three's good. Bear three's good.
So Goose is going to show 5 high.
5 is
And
fucking
Andrew's
good.
not going to believe
Damn.
that he's going to get beat on the river. He was ahead all along with the jack high.
Who's this?
There's the B-pip once again, folks. I know some people were asking about it.
Please don't tell me I moved like that.
Matty in at 23%, which is still a good percentage, especially when you're playing on the stream. When you're playing on the stream, you want to be at least 20%. I have played on the stream once, and I was not 20%. I don't even know if I was 10%.
Bro, he's a better player drunk right now.
Bro, he's a way better player.
Sober Goose
No,
sucks.
it's not. No, it's not that he's a better player.
Sober Goose is not good.
Way better player.
Sober Goose.
You know what?
Sober Goose is a big. I mean,
Makes it
He
50.
sucks.
Goose raising the 50 under the gun.
Chill.
I'm gonna call Ramsey.
that is actually pretty
Don't call
funny.
Ramsey.
He keeps saying that. That's pretty
I
funny.
said it twice already. I'm gonna call Ramsey.
That is actually pretty funny. Hey, how did you do with Ramsey?
Motti must like queens because he is making the call with a queen.
Ramsey. He can be my old boss. He used to, before he
And
was
he's
a
gonna hit a queen.
They were like cold. I worked in HB.
Goose is going to slow down.
Yeah, so that guy just.
Motti is not.
6 calls. All in for 202.
The Goose call here with ace high?
Dude.
So Goose calling with ace high, and he's going to double up Motti.
I call it 8-5.
Yeah, Goose calling with ace high.
What do y'all have? Y'all have 40.
8-9.
Yeah, minus what?
No, we need to win by more than 2.
Yeah, it's something else.
Giants.
All right, so we are making it past hand 80. The final hand tonight is going to be hand 82.
Really?
So making it to hand 82. We have 5 hands to go.
I can put 2K, up to 2K.
15 on the bottom.
What you said?
There's the V-pip once again.
Big
I
blind.
was up, I would say
2,000.
15 button. 15 button.
I was up, I would free roll.
15 button.
Bro,
Motti, who just doubled up last hand, is now straddling on the button. Action is going to be on Vagabond, who does fold. Goose. Is that a raise? Yeah, Goose raising it up. The min raise with the 6 high.
This is a good time to put it.
The shot's definitely catching up with Goose here, as Goose has become very loose.
I'm gonna check. Yeah, you have to kick me out of doing the fucking.
Motti with the ace queen. Does he put on a big raise here? He should put on a big raise.
Three makes it 130.
$100 more. I don't think that's big enough. Kind of like 150. $30 raise, 2 calls, so there's 90 plus the 120. Yeah. And you can see Goose making the call here with 6 high.
Get out right now.
feel it.
Okay, fine. We'll wait.
And that's going to bring along the real Livas. And Drew closing off the action is probably going to call here. Closing off the action. There's the call. So Motti looking for an ace or a queen to put in the rest of his chips.
10. I love you. Give me that shit.
The real Livas flopping a straight and a straight flush draw. Has the straight and has a straight flush draw.
I don't have one.
What does Motti do both ways here? Has top pair, but it is a very wet board. It looks like he's going to put out a small bet. Over $500 in the pot. Motti bet in. Oh, Motti bet in about half pot here. The real Livas has the straight with the redraw to the straight flush. Motti would have to go runner to fill up. The real Livas announced it all in.
Felt it.
Matty's thinking to himself, why did I bet the flop? Motti might call it off here as it's a very wet board. His opponent could just have a random diamond or a random key or 9. But we can see that the real Livas does have it.
So you're free rolling whether you win or lose?
No, we would win together.
We are getting towards the end of the stream, so maybe Matty's thinking about calling it off light here.
I would get credit 1,000, and I'm gonna give you 500 of it because I win 1,000. It's in my personal account.
How much are I gonna put?
Well, I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Oh shit, that's not,
Hey,
that's
no!
not good right here.
Oh no, that's not good.
Hey, I like it. I like it. You need to
What?
put it now. Give me the Marlins.
Yeah, I know it's easy to say now, but I thought Matty should have raised it bigger pre-flop, and I thought he should have checked this flop. Looks like he's going to let it go.
Giants minus 105.
105? So what do you think we should?
Hurry up, Drew. Tell me.
How much do we gotta put in?
Does the real Livas show?
How much?
We're risking 1,050.
We have to risk 1,000.
1,000
Yes.
to win 1,000. I know you're right.
Yeah, he did show.
100.
So 550.
So four more hands to go, and I can I can almost guarantee you there's going to be
175 give me.
at least another all-in before the end of the stream.
15 on the button.
And we will start things off with a button straddle, $15 on the button. I don't know if Goose looked at his cards. But Goose did raise.
15 on the board.
Oh no! Oh no! Good thing we didn't bet it.
6 makes it
We were fucked. We're in score position.
7 folds. 8 folds. Oh, no, 60, sorry. 60.
How many outs are
So
there?
Golden Goose raising at 61, but I think he has not seen his cards. He's looking at his cards right now for the first time.
I told y'all. Even the fucking party money.
Folds. 2 folds. 3
Nah, right down the fucking line, dude.
That's like a perfect spot to hit it.
It is folded around the Vagabond. It is $60. And Golden Goose is going to show.
When I barely got my second card.
Yeah. Goose saying that he raised dark. As soon as he got a second card, he raised.
Hold on, man. I only got, how much time do we got left?
Or we have to 11. 9 minutes. Don't let me stack you in 9 minutes.
So 3 more hands to go. If you still have not hit the like button, make sure you do take care of that. That's how I get paid. And we will have a button straddle. $10 on the button. Action's going to be on Yubi. To the left of the straddle. Does not jump the blinds. It is not a Hard Rock straddle, not a Mississippi straddle, not an Ultimate Last Action straddle, just a normal straddle on the button. Chubb's making the call with the 2 face cards. Wheel Deal does the same with the Jack 10. And Motti is going to put on a raise here with his Queen Jack. Looks like 60.
Look at that, baby.
Vagabond quickly calling with the 9s. Goose with the ace making the call. Chubbs folds. And Wheel Deal makes the call. So over $250. Vagabond way out in front right now with the 9s. 2 overcards for the 9s. Open ender for Motti, middle pair for Wheel Deal.
So what happens? I owe you fucking
Check.
4 bets, 110.
I forget what that meant.
And Motti, who was your pre-flop raiser, puts out a continuation bet of 110. $361 in the pot. That's the area code for Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi drew not in this hand. Wheel Deal does make the call.
Heads up.
Incoming on the turn. Wheel Deal checking once again. It does go check, check. And what's going to happen on the river here? Looks like Wheel Deal going to put out a blocker bet and get a quick fold from Motti. Oh, $400 bet. $400 bet from Wheel Deal on the river. He had the best hand, though. Yubi put it on the straddle as we have 2 hands to go.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah.
Throw it in, you dumb fuck.
Wait, 2 runs?
We need a tie game right now. Bottom of the 8.
So you want the bottom lane?
I told you, partner. Arden's money line. Plus 190. Wait, listen. Goose!
You did say that.
Goose! We can get the Giants minus 1.5 at
He
105.
got all excited about Web 2, so.
I heard Jay about that. He's a good pitcher. You got
I'm just saying you were in there. You were in there.
That's crazy. Me and Drew were putting 1,500 each. And they didn't accept it.
Thank God.
Yeah.
spit you out.
I can feel it.
Heads up.
Head up.
Have a natural.
It saves you. Saves you from you.
10! Ah!
Jack of diamonds, 10.
Out!
10 for newbie.
You're right, because I read it.
Oh, Goose gonna show the bluff.
Natural.
And we have one more hand to go. So last hand of the night. Will we see an all-in? Will we see something crazy happen?
Your prop bets are heavily favored.
Six on the button.
Or pray for me.
6 button straddle.
6 button straddle. And we'll see how this ends. And I don't even know how to end the stream, to be honest with you. Okay. There we go. All right, this is the last hand, Cooper. I said this at the beginning of the stream. We did get a software update, and a lot of the features that were available to me before are no longer available. Goose, who has been really loose, is going to be raising it up to 8-4. Chubb's going to be putting on the 3-bet here. Goose is calling here with 8 high.
Hey, hold on, wait. Before we continue, I definitely don't have a
Everybody leave it at 11?
I definitely don't have a deuce. I don't have a deuce, I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I told you Goose was calling. How much has Goose had to drink?
Blue one? Davey?
So Goose has live cards. I mean, it's 66 to 34. And Goose does not hit one of those cards. Chubb's just going to check it behind. Give Goose an opportunity to hit a 4. He does not. He checks again. And Chubbs will make a bet. And that'll wrap things up for tonight's stream. We'd like to thank everybody who joined us tonight on Texas Card House. We do stream on Friday. Our next stream is on TCH Live tomorrow. Houston will be streaming. So that'll wrap things up.